The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hope your nights so happy together.
If I should call you up in Amsterdam and you say you belong to me, and use my mind, imagine how the world would be so very fine, so happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, the skies may be blue for all my life.
Me and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it has to be the only one for me is you and you for me, so happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, the skies may be blue for all my life. Me and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it has to be the only one for me is you and you for me, so happy together. And me, no matter how they toss the dice, it has to be the only one for me is you and you for me, so happy together, 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 so happy together.
That's a Russian military choir singing the Turtles hit Happy Together. You won't get that on BBC Local Radio, guys. And if you're watching on Periscope, you won't get that on BBC Local Radio, guys. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number. This is the Late Night Alternative. My name is Iain Lee. Your name is...
Catherine
and you can,
Boyle.
There we go. You can listen to it for both names. Why not? Why not? Get them both out
They're
there,
both
guys.
important.
Get them both out there. You can call us on 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. No agenda. You can call in about anything you fancy. And we're going to be honest, both of us this evening... little bit tired. And I've had a full day's sleep. I went to sleep at about, let me think, 10 o'clock this morning, and I woke up at 1 o'clock this afternoon and thought, you know what, I'm not done yet. So I went for another few hours, and I woke up at 6 o'clock this evening. But here's the thing, guys, here's the thing. I could have slept all the way through. I could have slept all the way through until tomorrow morning. It really is... It's really where my head is at the moment. It's just constantly fantasising about sleep. You're tired today. You slept all day and you're tired today.
And I could still sleep more.
Wagwan.
I don't know. I think it's the weather.
Yeah.
Not seeing the sunshine. I think I'm in hibernation mode.
Yeah.
I also think, I'm going to say it, I'm a bit hormonal.
Wowzers, guys. That's right. She's talking about her periods. And we can talk about that kind of stuff here because I'm a modern guy. I even bought a packet of Tampax once from a petrol station. Not for any particular purpose. I just wanted to prove to myself that I could do it and I didn't have an issue with it.
Well done, Iain.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome, sisters. 0344 499 1000 is the... how does it make... When you say hormonal, because I don't have a problem with periods at all, but saying that, I don't really know a lot about them. This is... The most hormonal time is pre.
Yeah, for me.
The thing.
About a week before. I have a day where I just feel crap.
It's just a day, is it?
Generally.
Okay. Because for some women, it's discomfort that can last like a week before, a week after.
Oh, yeah. I'm not talking about period pains. I'm talking about a day when I just feel really negative and uncharacteristically so.
Well, that's my life. That's my life as a self-loather, guys. So, there you go. You can call in about anything you want, and the initial buzz of me being a dickhead in the jungle has worn off, and the calls really do slow down. And I can see now we've got 3 calls on the switchboard. There's Andre, there's Caddick, and there's Jonathan from Swansea. So it really is... I can hear... What's that noise? That's the bottom of the barrel being scraped. No offence to those guys, but please take every bit of offence I dish out to you. So, dear listener, if you're sat at home thinking, well, I'd like to call in, but I have absolutely nothing to say, well, fear ye not, because you can just phone in with nothing to say. Let's give you some suggestions of what you might like to talk about. I must admit, I am getting sucked... I don't know, I say that as though it's a dirty secret. It's not at all. I enjoy Celebrity Big Brother. I do like it, and I'm getting sucked into this series quite a lot, partly because it's on just before we come in and do this show, so we watch it. Also because I'm doing the showbiz reporting for TVAM. I'm kind of talking about it on there, so I'm sort of watching it for that reason as well. But I'm getting sucked into it. And what's interesting is everybody hates Anne Widdecombe, and there's a reason for that. She's quite unpleasant.
Well, they don't realise they do yet, but...
they will.
She's starting to reveal herself.
I've met her. You know, I've met her, and I didn't get on with her, and I told her to F off. I'm not proud of it. I shouldn't really have done it. It was on a TV show, but she peed me off. So I told her that. And I just find her all of her views... abhorrent. I do. There's no way around it. You know, I just find her views on abortion, on LGBT, on gay rights, LGBT is gay, on all of that. I just find them all abhorrent, really. And that's fine to say that as a human being. I've said it to her face, and I'm not saying anything that she. And also, she doesn't care what I think, as she told me when I told her to F off.
No, but that's the whole point. She doesn't care what anyone else thinks, and she's intransigent.
No, that's India, I think. Them's the jokes, folks. Them's the jokes. So you can call in and talk about that. I've been trolled today by Piers Morgan. Because here's the thing, right? I am doing the showbiz reporting this week and next week on TVAM. I am loving it. They've put me up in a swanky hotel, which by coincidence, 2 minutes walk from this studio, 5 minutes walk from the TVAM studios, and I get in there at 5:40 in the morning, and I sit in a room for ages. In fact, I don't know. No one came and spoke to me until 6:15 this morning, as I was sat there going, and I don't know who I'm supposed to speak to, right? Because someone's got to come to me and tell me what I'm talking about. And I've just sat there and 6:15 thinking, I'm on in 25 minutes, and I don't know what I'm talking about.
But this is your own fault, because
Sorry?
the day before you
Yes.
said you were fine and you didn't need any advice.
Well, yeah, I need the showbiz producer to... I don't want advice. I want producing. I want the producer to tell me what I'm talking about. So I just sit there watching Jeremy Kyle until 6, then watching TVAM, and I had a coffee and a croissant. I used some of Richard Arnold's cologne that was there.
Oh, what's he wearing these days?
I don't know. I tried to Google it, because it was like proper old-fashioned, but it was nice.
Was it a Penhaligon's job?
No. It was a big bottle. I'll get the title of it to you. It's a big old beast, but it smelt wonderfully. And was doing that, and then I tweeted, I'm having so much fun on TVAM. Everyone's so lovely to me, which they are. Everyone has been delightful. Ben Shepherd, nicest guy in the world. Who was doing it this morning? It was Ben Shepherd, and it wasn't Charlotte. It was Kate Garraway. Wonderful. She learnt number. She said, Ian, I'm so pleased you're doing this. It's so lovely to see you. And I was like, they're fantastic.
She was a big fan of yours when you were in the jungle.
Was she?
Yeah.
Oh, was she? She was asking me whether she should do it today. I said, yeah, sure, go on.
I think she'd be brilliant.
Anthony Cotton. Delightful. Absolutely wonderful. He did I'm a Celebrity, and during the break I said, how did you find it? He said, I treated it like a job. You know, I treated it like a job, and it didn't bother me. I said, yeah, it's exactly what I did. I said, I loved it, apart from some of the arseholes that were in there. He went, oh, yeah, there were a load of arseholes in mine as well. So there was that. So that is delightful. So I tweeted, I'm having a wonderful time. Everyone is so lovely. And then Piers Morgan tweeted, well, you wait till I get back next week, and then we'll see if everyone's so lovely. And there was an emoji. I can't believe that an emoji of a yellow fist.
Yeah.
Now, that means one of two things. I'll let you work it out. And I went, oh, you silly
Maybe
sausage.
also do tumps.
Maybe he wants to tump me. And I just replied, "Oh, you silly sausage!" But I've had a few people at TVAM take me to one side and say, just to flag up next week when Piers is back, he sometimes likes to have a go at the temporary, the stand-ins. He likes to have a go at them. So it just depends what mood he's in. I thought, oh God, it's one of those people who gets moods. And what that means is unprofessional, because I get moods. When you get moods, you just got to go and just do it. We certainly wouldn't be rude to a guest. Imagine we had a guest on, and because I was in a mood,
and they're temporary.
Yeah, I would have a go. So it doesn't bother me at all. I can handle Piers Morgan. I've only got 3.5 minutes twice a day to handle him. But I can handle Piers Morgan. I'm not worried by it.
But fancy being that guy.
I just thought that guy's that's dumb. That's a dumb attitude to have. I'm gonna the fact that 3 people have taken me to one side and said just to flag up. Yeah, next week Piers might be a little bit funny with you, but don't take it personally. Well, if someone's being a dick to you, you can only take it personally. But I'm thinking, I'm coming up with lots of different strategies. One strategy is to just sit there and then just start crying softly.
Okay.
That's one strategy. And I was like, oh, no, I like that. I like that strategy a lot. Just a single tear rolling down my cheek and not saying anything, because he would then be destroyed. He would be destroyed. Not like sobbing, just a single tear and the look of like you've been told off by your mum in front of everyone. He would be destroyed by that. The other one is to kick back the chair, rip off my jacket and say, come on then, son, do you want some? Let's duke it out. The one I'm probably going for, the third option, Catherine, is to get my penis out on... No, I'm joking.
That's what effectively he would be doing.
He's getting his... It's a dick measuring contest, and
he's the biggest dick. We know that. You win.
Having spent 3 weeks in a jungle with people who like to measure their own penises on a regular basis to see if there is any change in length. When we all know, girls, it's about the girth. Spending those 3 weeks with those people, 3.5 minutes twice a day with someone, I am tempted to just get a ruler out and put it on the table and say, come on, you want to do this or what? But also I'm keen to work for ITV again. Yeah. So I'm going to be careful. But
so the third option is what?
Is just destroy him with my razor sharp wit.
I think you should laugh at him.
Yeah, I'm going to. I'm going to call him out. If he tries it, I'm going to call him out, and it will be Sparks will be fine, because I do think he's a good presenter. I think he's a really, really good presenter. I think some of his views on trans issues and mental health are shameful and disgusting, and but I do think he's a good presenter. I can think both things, and both things will be valid. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. We've got loads of calls lined up now. Thank you. We have no women lined up, and it seems, and I know this was viewed by some of you as a controversial view, but I was enjoying it when female-flavoured species were phoning up and joining in. So feel free to. You don't have to if you don't want to. We'll just kind of see where the vibe takes us. 0344 499 1000. We'll take the calls in a second. I'm Iain Lee. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
Tales of mystery and imagination on the radio show that does things differently.
Dolly Parton, I listen to her records all day long.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
I'm a nut job, but not that kind of nut job.
On Talk Radio.
Honest to God, it's the new Breaking Bad.
Oh no!
0344 499 1000. Good evening, John.
Hello, Iain.
Hello, John. Doing, mate? I'm good, thank you, fella. What you got for us?
Well, the first thing, stand your ground with this bloody Morgan bloke.
Yes.
He's awful. You've done a big thing on Angel's Piano sometimes back.
Oh yeah, Angel's Piano was the she was in America. Where was she from? Iceland, Sweden. Where was she from originally?
Like Chile or somewhere, wasn't it?
Argentina.
That was it. Yes. She was great. Yeah.
She's still on the Periscope. I noticed.
Is she? What? She
watches.
Oh,
yeah.
does she? Oh well, Angels, if you're watching, hello, my dear. Excellent stuff. Yes.
Yeah. if you want to get women on your show, why don't you get her to do a call in?
Do you know what we should get her on? Do you know what we will get her on actually? And also, there was Jilly Bean that we had on. I keep meaning to get her on, but I'm so forgetful. We will sort them out and get them on at some point. John, can you play any instruments?
Yeah, I'll play flamenco guitar. I'll try to play.
Well, hang on. First of all, you said no, and then you said that you play one of the most difficult styles of guitar there is. Flamenco is well hard.
It is hard, but it's an environment thing, Ian. You've got to be in the environment of it to learn to play it, preferably with the gypsies,
yes,
etc.
Yeah.
You know, it's something that's very difficult to play sitting on the coast in England.
Yeah, well, can't you sit under a bright light or something and with a straw donkey?
I've tried many things. But it doesn't work, so I try to get to flamenco evenings at theatres and stuff to get psyched up again.
Yeah.
But as I say, with Angel's piano, we've discussed a lot about the music.
Yes.
And her style is unbelievable, and her personality is brilliant. You know, she really is fun to watch. You know, I mean, there's loads of YouTubers which are really, and Periscopers are so boring, but she is so much fun. And she was overwhelmed when you actually featured her that time. It'd be lovely to see it again, because she really needs some, how can I say, some push, you know, to carry on, because she really is working hard at her playing.
Oh, she was amazing. She was amazing. For those who don't know, she was a young lady we stumbled across on Periscope and was taking requests and playing songs live, and she can play piano like nobody's business, and she's got a brilliant voice as well.
She's married with 2 boys, you know.
Well, there you go, you see. Yes. I think she mentioned...
She did. She's married to a drummer.
Yeah. She mentioned that, yeah.
Just a thought.
All right, John. You know. Nice one, fella. Thank you very much. We mentioned there the straw... Well, hang on a minute. I had trouble cutting him off there. Let me close this and start it again. We mentioned the straw donkeys. That was, of course, the big thing in the 70s and 80s when people went to Spain for their holidays, to Majorca. They would bring back these giant straw donkeys. Does anybody still have those straw donkeys? Can you still get them? And does anybody have their original straw donkeys? You would imagine that they've all been eaten by woodworm? No. What's the little bug that begins with G? Grevels.
Gremlins.
No, not gremlins.
Grubs.
No, what is it? I want to say grevels again because it's close to that. What is it?
Weevils.
Yeah, maybe it's weevils. Are they the ones that live inside cornflake packets?
You can get them, yeah.
You can, yeah. This is why you should always, guys. Claire, this is what you need to do with your cereal packets, is you need to fold over the plastic bag and then get a clothes peg and put it on the top. Seriously, because bugs get in there.
Yeah, well, I don't just do it with my cornflakes.
No.
I do it with frozen peas. I do it with a package of crisps.
Well, they won't get in the freezer.
Yeah, well, I'm not that bothered.
No.
Not really. I haven't died from anything yet.
Hang on a second.
Neither have I.
That is quote of the night. I haven't died from anything yet. Well done, Claire. Hey, speaking of dying, I don't know if you heard, a couple of nights ago, the New Year's Day show, we brought my kids in.
Yeah.
And my youngest, who's going to be 6 in a couple of weeks, asked the question, and it was his question. It came from him entirely. Have you ever seen a ghost? And so people phoned in with their spooky ghost stories, right? Now, this was a few nights ago. Where are we? Thursday, and that was Monday, right?
I listened,
Oh,
I
God.
did.
And he got really upset. Anyway, he phoned me up tonight, with his mum, obviously, at 7:30, in tears. 7:30's kind of bedtime, in tears. I said, "What's wrong, son?" He said, "Daddy, I'm scared." I said, what are you scared of, son? He said, "Those ghost stories people kept telling me." I was like, for goodness sakes, man. So I was going, right, well, listen, there's nothing to be scared of. Are you scared that there are ghosts in the house? Yes. I said, well, I checked last time I was there. There are no ghosts. But why don't you get Mummy to go around the house and check? And also, Mummies know a spell that that will stop ghosts from coming in. And I said, look, and here's the thing as well. You know, everyone that phoned in, they weren't really they were just telling stories. None of that stuff was real. None of what they said was real. It was stories. And he said, well, then why did that man at the end of his story say it was true?
Because that man's telling fibs sometimes because he wants to show off.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to go through the logs of that show, and we're going to find whichever man it was said that was true, and I am going to drag him through the courts for mentally torturing a 5-year-old child.
Yeah,
but he was in tears, Claire. He was in tears, my little baby.
I was listening, and I thought, oh, don't worry, little fella, don't worry. It's going to be all right. You'll think about this, and in time, you'll laugh. Let me tell you a funny story about my son when he was about 6.
Go on.
He was at home, and he went to bed, and I heard him shout, "Mum, Mum!" And I went, "Yeah, what's the matter, love?" He says, and bearing in mind, I never like to lie to the kids. I try and be frank with them.
Yes.
When they had their injections, these other mums used to say, "It's not going to hurt much," and it did. So I used to pinch them and say, "It's going to hurt like this, but it'll all be okay."
Oh, you pinch him.
So when Oliver says, Mum, I need to know, he says, "Is the elephant man real?"
Oh.
And I thought, in that little minute, I went, "Oh, shit, do I tell him it is, or do I say no?" I thought, no, you've got to tell him the truth.
The truth.
I said, yeah, he is, but he wasn't very well. He went, "Oh, Mum, no, why did you tell me that?" And I thought, oh, wow. God, the only time I tell him the truth.
Well, hang on a second. So, but why was he thinking about the elephant man? That's how old is he?
He's now 21 next month.
Oh, how old was he?
He was 6.
Right. What was a 6-year-old doing, even considering the elephant man? Did he watch the movie or something?
No, not at all, no. He had a very vivid imagination, and I think something must have come on either television or my daughter had learned something from school. Yeah. But he was really, worried about it, and we laughed now.
Yes.
But we laugh at the time. It's so funny. Yeah. And I tell his girlfriend all so embarrassing stories, But
what's wonderful, right, is my eldest is just starting to get embarrassed. I found this wonderful video of them a few years ago, because he's going to be 8 soon, a few years ago, where it's them running around, screaming, chasing their cousins. But the eldest, who must have been 4, 3.5, 4, is naked. And 6 months ago, we would have sat and watched that and laughed, right? Now, I'm watching it and I'm showing it to his grandmother, and he's going, "Oh, no, don't!" He's still laughing a bit. He's still laughing. He's still at a stage where he's finding it funny, but he's also developed this embarrassment thing where it's like, "No, please don't show it." Ah! I'm not going to be one of those dads that constantly show stuff just to embarrass him, because I do think that's a little bit cruel. But I just thought it was really interesting that he's just kind of crossed that line, literally in the last 6 months. That change has happened, and it's funny.
The testosterone is building up,
and the testosterone as well. It does.
Yeah, it is. I also, one morning, we woke up and Oliver got up. He looked outside the window. He went, it was a really, really foggy morning. He went, "Oh, look, Mummy, the world's all dusty."
Hey! The World's All Dusty, by the way, is the title of my new autobiography coming out soon. Oh, good for him.
So nice.
Good for him. Yeah. Do you miss having little kids? I know they're exhausting, right? So I don't miss the physical thing. But do you miss, because there's nothing like having, a 3 and a 5-year-old or a 4 and a 6-year-old, is there?
No, I've still got a great imagination. I was brought up with Enid Blyton and the Magic Faraway Tree, Naughty Amelia Jane and Mallory Towers and everything. So, I kind of still believe in fairies, and I like little kids to still believe in things like that. And Santa.
My boy,
Santa.
Last Christmas, 2016, we bought the eldest, I bought him the box set of the Secret 7 books, right? And
oh, yeah.
I guess there's maybe 8 or 9 of them. And I read the kind of first half of the book, like the first 3 or 4, and then I was reading them too slow for him, so he then devoured the other 3, and he finished them all. So then we bought the box set of the famous 5, and there's something like 20 of those. And he's devouring. He's just going through them, and he's taken him a long time, but he's loving it.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I mean, I'm over 50 now, but my imagination of being a child is still as memorable as it was then. Now, I mean, I look at little trees. I just like to look at nice things that make me happy.
Yes.
I mean, it's just easy, isn't it? It's better to be happy than it is to be miserable.
You need to get the copy of today's Sun then, because Joe Wicks is on the front and he makes me happy. Whoa, Wixie, licking him. Oh, Wixie,
stop that!
Can't stop licking that picture of Wixie.
Honestly, Kath, how do you put up with him?
I stay on this side of the desk.
Wixie. Claire, nice to talk to you.
Yeah, thank you for taking my call.
Oh, thanks for calling, Claire. Appreciate it.
And thank you very much, Kath, for liking my little comments when I tweet you.
Well, I do
it
like
means
them.
a lot.
I like you.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh,
thanks, Kath.
Right, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
Ah.
I can't stop talking because I don't know if I can cut you off. Right.
Oh, why?
Because my phone box has gone. Why is there a mouse on? Right, hang on a minute. Is there a mouse? I can't.
No, don't remember we had to attach one, didn't we?
I think we might be stuck with.
Oh no.
We might be stuck with Claire all night. Hang on a minute.
It's all gone a bit Pete Tong.
It's all gone completely. Right, touch that. Right, Claire, have you gone? Fixed it.
She's gone.
You fixed it. Fixed it. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. If you're new to the show, that's how it works. You phone up, you have a chat. It can be about anything. It can be about Piers Morgan. It can be about Big Brother. It can be about embarrassing your kids. It can be about Enid Blyton. It can be about absolutely anything. I think next week we're going to start being a little bit more focused in the show. It's still just that weird kind of time. That first week of where you've had New Year and all of that stuff. It's just a weird period in the calendar, isn't it? Next week. Oh, by the way, you know we're playing Belfast.
Yes.
I found out how many tickets we've sold.
Go on.
Right. Where is it? Out to lunch. Right. So Kath and I do this live show, The Rabbit Hole. It's a podcast that we do. You can get it on Acast, you can get it on iTunes and your usual podcast providers, and it's a phone-in show. But we kind of, you know, I host this show and Kath sort of co-hosts it and produces it. But the Rabbit Hole, we both host it, and we do it in front of an audience. So there are people laughing and clapping or booing or shouting.
And interrupting.
Which is great, which we encourage. And we stream it on Periscope and people can watch all at home and they can phone in. You Skype in. And we're doing a little tour. We made a thing a long time ago of keeping it. Everything is so London-centric. So we're doing a little tour. We are doing London. There's only 5 tickets left for London in April. Bath has sold. I think there's about 30 tickets left for Bath. So we might have to do another date there. Dublin has sold out. Small venue, 38, but Dublin has sold out.
We didn't know whether anyone would come at all.
No, exactly.
Did we?
We never know if people are going to come to these things. Oh, Luton has sold out. And we're doing one in Belfast on January the 28th. So the 27th is Dublin, and the 28th is Belfast. And I emailed them. We didn't know if we had any audience there. So I emailed them last night. Hey, Joe, just wondered if we've sold any tickets so far, and if so, how many? We've sold 55 out of a possible 60, and they're considering moving us to the bigger room. So if you want to come, if you want to see all of these dates, iainlee.com/events. That's incredible, isn't it?
I'm staggered.
Isn't it? iainlee.com/events. If you want to come to Belfast, book your tickets, now, and I'm going to tweet it, actually, because if we sell those 5 tickets out in the next couple of days, then we can move to a bigger room and then more people can come. So, iainlee.com/events. I'm just going to tweet the link for Belfast now. Come along. It's just, and we always stick around for pictures afterwards, and you have a little chitty chat and all of that stuff. So, we always think if you're putting a few quid in our pocket, the least we can do is come and shake your hand. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. More of your calls after this.
Experience the unconventional.
Hello?
The unpredictable.
Don't you think that's a bit weird?
And the completely unorthodox.
It was my birthday.
With rule-free Iain Lee.
I was just trying to generate a bit of content.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
Hate alarm clock, hate going to work.
On Talk Radio.
Lucy's tweeting us saying we need to go to the northeast.
Which one? We went to the northeast.
Yeah, we went to Newcastle, didn't we?
Yeah, you missed it. We went to Newcastle. That was good, Newcastle.
Oh, summer. And we went to Tynemouth.
We had that food we had. Remember we had a roast dinner at the stand?
Yes.
In Newcastle.
And we also had a great big slab of...
didn't we? Yeah, the night before. Yeah, we ate well in Newcastle.
You know how to cook there, flipping heck.
Well, this is one of the joys of... This is the only reason that we're doing this tour, is to go and eat food. We've had some great food. I rate the towns, not by the audience or by how well the shows went, by the food. So Newcastle, 10 out of 10.
What was that place called? Because we've got like a great big chopping board full of meat, didn't we?
It's called like the Barbecue Bastard or something. It was something like that. Well, it was. So we got that, and then the next day at the stand they cooked us a roast. Oh my God! But for me, the 11 out of 10 is always going to be Wings Around the World buffet in Hull. Just, wonderful. Other restaurants are available, but trust me, they ain't nowhere near as good as Wings. Oh, man, that food was incredible. Good evening, Jessica.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Jessica. How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How about yourself?
Yeah, good. Tired, but glad. I'm really glad I don't have a proper job, because I can be tired in this one, because I'm just sitting here chatting with my mate Kath, and people phone up, and that's it. And it's only for 3 hours, so I'm really grateful that I have a silly job, and I'm enjoying it myself a lot at the moment.
Oh, you know what? I can hear it.
Can you really?
Seriously, I mean, you know how long I've followed you.
Yeah, yeah.
And, I mean, seriously, great jungle job.
Thank you.
I was so worried for you, Ian.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I thought, what's he doing this for?
Yeah.
This is going to just either be brilliant or go pear-shaped.
Yeah.
And normally I would never watch that kind of TV, but I just tuned in because I thought, oh, please let this pan out. And it proper panned out.
It worked, didn't it? It was such a punt. And as I said before, they asked me 4 times, I think, and I've always said no for so many reasons. And this year I went to them because I thought, for a few reasons, I need a few quid. So I went to them, and I had a really long chat with my agent about it. I had a really long chat with Kath about it, and a couple of other people close to me who all kind of raised all the points. Are you sure? Is this the right thing? What do you think might happen? What's the worst that could happen? Blah, blah, blah. And it was generally decided that no bad could come of it. But hopefully some good could come of it, or a little bit of bad. But it paid off, and all this extra work I'm getting now, it probably won't last forever, so I'm grabbing it while I can. And here's the thing, right? All the TV work is lovely and wonderful, and I'm reminded how much I love live TV, but it's all that's all gravy. My career is doing this show, and I've just signed up another 2-year contract. I don't know if that's unbongoed, but tough. I've just signed up for another 2 years. I'm here until 2020. So all the TV stuff is like little extra stuff, but this is my career, doing the radio. I ain't going nowhere from here.
Well, I mean, I love you on the radio, but I just thought that it was brave, and I was pleased that you went for it and that you were just your radio self. I don't know your real self, but your radio self. I could relate to that, and good things are going to come. I mean, I can see, I can hear that you've got more listeners. And that was the point, wasn't it?
Yep.
And it's so great when something works out like that.
No, thank you, Jessica. That's very kind. Why have you called up this evening? Because it's unusual. Let's be honest. Jessica has been phoning me on and off, Kath, for about 12, 13 years. It's unusual for a phone call to have that much smoke directed at one's posterior from Jessica. She's normally quite, let's say, honest and direct. So what have you got this evening for us, Jessica?
Well, I was really going to go in with the Anne Widdecombe thing because... years ago, I used to watch a lot of TV, and I was very into worthy TV. Yeah. Like, I'd watch Newsnight, and I'd watch documentaries.
That's a great name for a niche channel. You got your Daves and your Men and Motors. You've got the worthy TV. That's great. Yeah.
And then I realised about 6 months ago that actually I was using TV all wrong. That when I was going to devote my time to TV, I was sort of watching this stuff and going, oh, it's really good that I'm up to date with everything. But it was so boring. Yeah. So then I moved to trashy TV. I thought, I'll give trashy TV a go. And so I just started watching rubbish all the time, which meant that, sort of things like I'm a Celebrity came onto my radar. And Big Brother came onto my radar. Literally, this is the first time I've watched Big Brother since the very first Big Brother, which I think was about 2001
2001, Nasty Nick and Craig and all that lot.
Yeah, and I literally have not watched Big Brother since then. And that first time that I watched Big Brother, I thought, wow, this is really interesting because it's a new concept. These people have no idea, so they're very natural, and it's almost like I guess that concept was a social experiment about people. And then obviously it got really trashy and I stopped. But because I've embraced trashy TV now, I thought I'll tune in this year. And that thing about the sort of woman thing, the Year of the Woman, was quite appealing. Yeah. And I watched that first show, I think it was Tuesday, wasn't it? And I thought, actually, do you know what? They've turned this show around here, because this is just what it needs at this point. Because anybody that's always watched Big Brother, I guess, has got used to a certain kind of thing being delivered, and they kind of turned it around and delivered something else. And I watched the first night when people went in, and I thought, this is a good cast. You know, they've done well here.
Yeah.
I watched it on Wednesday, and I thought, well, I watched it last night, and I thought,
that noise sums it up perfectly.
Yeah. You know, it was a great concept, and it's gone wrong, because what it's turned out to be, with all these, well, not all of them, but some of them are quite inspirational women.
Yeah.
I would class Anne Widdecombe as an unusual candidate, a cast member for that kind of show. The woman who is the ex-detective.
Oh, yeah, she's Maggie. She's great, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hero.
The transsexual woman, brilliant.
India, yeah.
Transgender,
yeah.
beg pardon. A couple of, like, reality stars to keep the kind of, you know, Love Island people on board.
Yeah.
But Anne Widdecombe, from what I've watched so far, and I might not watch it much more, Ian, if I'm honest.
Okay.
I might, but I might not. I thought that she was quite unusual. She's quite strong. I love that she's gone in, a bit like you in the jungle. She went in there and she's just been herself.
Yes.
And people don't know how to react to her.
No.
That's the interesting thing.
She's well, she is, and this is the thing. She is very forthright and honest. Some may say tactless, which is you know, being forthright is not always a great thing. The thing I've found about forthright people is they like you to sit there or stand there and listen to their honesty directed at you, but then they refuse to listen to your honesty directed back at them.
Yeah.
I had an aunt like that who would tell you exactly what she thought, even though it would quite often it could be rude. But then if you were to reply with what you thought, you were being aggressive, and I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, my take on Anne Widdecombe is that she is the clever version of the person who is not so clever, who will say to you, "That's the way I am. If you don't like it, then tough."
Yeah.
She's never going to change her mind. You're not having a conversation with her; it's a monologue.
Yeah,
and she's probably the same way she was when she was 25. Life has taught her nothing.
I was quite invested in her in that first show, but then a funny thing happened, an unusual thing happened. She almost isolated herself. She went along with this isolation of all these people were in this bedroom, but she went into a bedroom by herself.
She went into the bedroom on her own, didn't she?
Yeah, and it was almost like, oh, you've bottled it.
Yeah.
What a shame.
That was such a strange thing, because the parallel, when I was in the jungle, and the first night I was in like a house. They gave me a house. I was in there with Shappy.
Yeah.
And I thought this is going to be really tough to come back from this, because for the first two, I think I was in there 3 nights, can't remember, because the first 3 nights there, I'm literally isolated from everyone else.
Yeah.
It's going to be really difficult to kind of break through that.
Also, in luxury compared to the rest of them, you're almost better off socially mucking in and sleeping on the floor.
Oh, I felt terrible because I genuinely wanted to go and clean the toilets and do all of that stuff straight away, and you got 3 days where you weren't allowed to do that. So for her to go and say, "I'm going to go and sleep on my own," that's a real statement.
I think that's a defence mechanism.
Yeah.
I think so too. I mean, I think what you did is that you took yourself out of your comfort zone as soon as you possibly could.
Yeah.
And she put herself back in her comfort zone as soon as she possibly could. You know, and I was a bit disappointed by that, and that kind of disappointed me, because I would have thought that they cast her because they thought she was going to be a really strong woman.
Yeah.
And she kind of, you know, betrayed that.
I think she's actually quite a scared woman.
Yes.
Yeah, she's very scared in there. I suspect she won't last very long.
No.
But anyway, you know, like I say, I was invested for a short amount of time, and now I'm not. But never mind. And just one last thing.
Yeah, go on.
I've not had a chance to watch you on, is it Good Morning?
Good Morning Britain. And listen, I don't expect people to watch it. I'm aware that a lot of people are going, "Oh, for Christ's sakes, what's he doing that for?" I'm doing it because it's a laugh and it's a thrill. But I realise that there's a lot of people that don't dig that kind of show, and that's cool as well.
No, but I've seen that you've done really well, so I probably will catch up with it at the weekend.
All right.
But what about that tweet from Piers Morgan? What an arse.
Wouldn't it? I mean,
It was like passive-aggressive, wasn't it?
Well, it was. I don't know if it was passive. It was just quite aggressive.
It was quite aggressive.
It was quite aggressive. And the fact that I've been warned by 3 different people that he might go for me at some point, as he does with new people, depending on his mood. And you just think, oh, for crying out loud, man.
It's not school.
No.
It's kind of prep school behaviour.
I am sure that he will be. So I don't get to hang out with the hosts. I saw Ben twice. Was it on his way to makeup, and he made a point of coming in and saying hello to me and saying it was nice to see me. But you don't get to spend time with these people. So I'll probably meet Piers for the first time on the set as we're about to start. I'm sure he'll probably be fine. But I do know as well that people will be watching, and if he's rude to me, I will have the moral high ground, and people will think he's a dick.
He's a panto baddie.
Yeah.
I think that the fact that he acknowledged your tweet means that he's already scared.
Yeah. I think so, Jessica. I think so. Hey, listen, nice to talk to you. Thanks so much.
Yeah, you too. Good luck with it all.
Cheers, mate. Ta-ta. Bye-bye. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. This is the late night alternative with Iain Lee and Catherine Boyle on Talk Radio.
Experience the unconventional,
Evening, boss.
the unpredictable, and the completely unorthodox.
Exactly.
With rule-free Iain Lee. The late night alternative with Iain Lee
I've got no internet for the last 4 days.
on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. Simon, Jerry, Alan, Jonathan, Zach, stay there. I will come to you, and I know a lot of you have been waiting for a while. Let's go to Claire first. Good evening, Claire. Hello, Claire. Hello, Claire. Goodbye, Claire. I don't know if Claire was there. Do you? I don't, not. Let's go to Zach. Hello, Zach. Hello, Zach.
Hello.
Hello, Zach.
Hello again.
Hello again, Zach. How you doing?
Really good. I just came on because I thought...
Zach, are you on speakerphone?
Yeah, kind of. I don't know.
Hang on. Go on.
Oh, yeah, I came on to mainly thank you because I thought the advice you gave me yesterday was really, really good, and I was really surprised on what happened on Twitter as well afterwards.
Oh, say that again, Zach, because it's not the greatest of lines. You with what? What?
I was really surprised and happy with what you told me yesterday and your advice on presenting.
Oh yeah, of course. You're the young lad that does a radio show at school, and people. No, we were happy to impart what little knowledge that we have on it. Of course.
And also, as you might be able to hear, there's raining, so typical British weather is happening today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love a bit of rain though. I love it. I went out. I had to walk to walk from the. They put me in a hotel, and I walked from there to ITV, and they say, "Would you like a cab?" I said, "No, it's a 5-minute walk." They said, "Well, yeah, but we'll give you a cab." It's a 5-minute walk, and I walked today, and it was chucking it down, and I loved it. I love it. I love the rain.
Well, when you were in the jungle, did you have quite a couple of proper rainstorms?
Mate, it rained every single day, proper chuck down. And we had, a canopy over the camp that they would, when it was sunny, they would pull the canopy up, and then when it rained, they were supposed to put the canopy down. But sometimes they were a bit slow, and we got absolutely proper heavy rainstorms.
Well, it happens, and also the British weather, the British moan when it's sunny and moan when it's raining. It's you never can please.
I never moan when it's raining, but I don't like the heat. But no, I never moan when it's rain. I love the rain. Bring the rain on. We want rain. We are a rainy nation. Let's embrace it. Let's enjoy it. Let's get wet, Zach.
Yeah.
Let's get wet. Let's get wet, guys. Here we go. We're going to get wet.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nice one, Zach. Thanks for calling, mate. Cheers. Let's go to Claire. Good evening, Claire.
Oh, hi, can you hear me now?
I can hear you now, Claire. Were you there? Could you hear me?
Yes.
Well, but we couldn't hear you. Had you muted it?
Because no. I got a sign on my phone to say, it's low battery, so I came downstairs to the kitchen, plugged it in, put you on speaker.
Aye.
And then when I came back to speaker, when I heard you, it just wasn't working. I'm so sorry. My daughter's laughing at me here.
Oh, well, your daughter is a silly sausage. What you got for us, Claire?
I'm ringing to say I listened to your boys on Monday.
Oh yeah,
Monday.
I think I've scarred the youngest for life.
Well, that's why I'm ringing. You see, because oh God, they're so sweet. but they were making me chuckle. He's so frightened of everything. I still am. I'm 53 and I'm scared. The shape of the cat, no skin.
If you could have seen it when we turned, there was one ghost story where we turned the lights off, and his face as the story started sank. And I said, and we were holding hands, and then you know this, Claire. If you've got kids, there's a moment where you know they're going to cry in the next 60 seconds before they know they're going to cry, because just something happens to their eyes and their face. And I had to say, "Come round here, son. Come on, we'll have a cuddle." Oh, bless him, my poor little baby.
Yeah. Well, I've got a 4-year-old grandson.
Oh, yeah.
He's very, very interested in anything scientific, especially sound.
Yes.
So a couple of weeks ago, I was lying in bed, terrible insomnia, and I was looking at infrasound on Wikipedia. Infrasound.
Yeah.
You know, below 20 hertz, the human ear.
Oh, is that the sound that makes you...
you mean brown noise?
Is it the sound that makes you go to the toilet?
No, it's not. Believe me, we've tried that on him. No. Yeah, 12 days he's done. Anyway, it's nothing to do with brown noise, and it didn't work.
Yeah. Hang on. Sorry, are you saying your son is? Are you saying your child is constipated?
Son, yeah, chronic constipation.
And you've tried brown noise on him?
We've tried brown noise on him.
Flipping heck! Wow.
You want to try getting a chest in 2017, 18. Anyway, that's not what I found out. That's interesting.
No.
I found out something that you could talk to your little boy about.
Yeah, go on.
In the 1980s, there was a guy called Vic Tandy, and he was working in his lab in Cambridge. He's a scientist doing experiments, and he started to feel really weird, like comfortable.
Yeah.
And in a nutshell, basically, there was a broken fan in the lab, and he thought he saw an apparition in vision, and each time he looked, it was gone. You could look this up yourself. It's better if you look it up yourself. The upshot is the fan was giving out a noise at 19 hertz, so he couldn't hear it, but the body experiences it. And infrasound has been suggested as one of the reasons people and groups of people claim there's been hauntings, because it was to do with the length of the lab being half a wavelength at 19 hertz, and the resonance of the human eyeball giving this apparition, etc. So it can all be put down to science. And if he's interested in stuff, and I dare say he is, you can talk to him about this, and he'll have something to grasp onto that's understandable, because science is great and spooky stuff isn't.
I've just typed this in, right, into YouTube.
Yeah.
And it says 19 hertz infrasound.
Yeah.
It's called the fearing frequency.
Okay. Well, I looked on Wikipedia. I didn't go to YouTube, but there you go.
Hang on a minute. This is it. I'm playing it.
A paper called The Ghost in the Machine.
Say that again, sorry.
He wrote a paper on it called The Ghost in the machine being the fan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, Claire, I thank you for that. I'm going to play some now. So go and listen to your radio and see if it.
I don't want to be spooked out.
I'm not joking. That makes me feel a bit sick.
Really?
It's very quiet.
Well, you shouldn't really be able to hear it. Some people can, but it's meant to make people feel. It affects the vestibular system in the ear.
It says here 19 hertz infrasound, the fearing frequency, causing discomfort, dizziness, blurred vision by vibrating your eyeballs, hyperventilation and fear, possibly leading to panic attacks.
Oh God, I've probably got something around here then at 19 hertz. But talk to him about it, because it's been, when lots of people claim something's weird has happened. Well, if lots of people say that, blah blah blah, there's an explanation, and it's a nice explanation. It's not a scary one.
Claire, I feel a bit uncomfortable now.
Well, I hope that's not because of me. I hope that's because of the 19 hertz.
We just don't know. Claire, listen, thank you so much for that. And I thought let's just listen. No, it's just a silly sound, isn't it? That's all it is. Or is it, Simon? Simon?
Ian, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks, Simon. How are you?
I'm spooked.
Yeah, me too. Me too. That's
First time caller.
Well, I'm sorry.
Great show.
I'm sorry that we've scared you so much on your first call. It isn't.
You've really scared me to another late night radio talking, but I think I'm going to be all right.
Okay, as long as you're going to be okay, buddy. That's all we're concerned about here, Simon.
I'd like to challenge you and Kath to a quiz.
Oh, a quiz I can do. A fight I would have had to have.
I would have sorted him out.
Okay,
I'd like to know who is the best at general knowledge.
Away you go, fella. Bearing in mind, I've won the weakest link. I do feel a bit nauseous now. I've won the weakest link and I've won Mastermind. So just keep that, but away you go.
First to answer, quick fire round, 3 minutes.
Yep.
First to answer.
3 minutes?
3 minutes. We'll finish at 10:58.
Right. Well, no. Well,
we won't.
We won't because we're ahead of you. No, we're not.
All right.
All right. Listen, we'll have to come back up. Stay there. We'll come to you after 11 because let's give that a proper thing. Jerry.
Hello.
Hey, Jerry.
I come from Empire Clock and an old lady shouting outside.
Who's shouting outside?
Old lady's escaped from the care room across the road.
Has she really?
Yeah, I used this morning.
That's exciting. You should all be cheering her on.
Yeah, did she use knotted sheets?
No, she was lost and confused.
Well, no, let her run. Let her run wild. Let her be free. Fly, be free.
In the garden.
Oh, bless her. Poor soul.
I rescued her, not the people out of rescue. That noise just made me feel really weird. Babe Station gave me attitude.
Babe Station gave you attitude?
Girl on Babe Station.
Well, did you pay for that? Did you ask for that? They do what you ask for.
He threw the earpiece out and refused to talk to me.
Luckily, I can't understand a word he said.
She threw her earpiece out and refused to talk to him.
What
did you...
No, I don't want to know what he said. I don't want to know what he said. Those poor women that work on Babe Station. I do feel sorry.
I said I got the wrong one.
Oh, okay.
That one's a different one.
Oh, was it one of those ones where there's two on screen and you well, there you go. You've got to dial those numbers properly, otherwise you're going to get the other one.
Got the wrong one. She got the nose of her and threw her earpiece out at me.
Well, I didn't hear that, but probably for the best, Jerry. I hope that you I hope that you manage to speak to the babe that you want to.
That's your money back.
Well, I don't think you get your... Up your bum, Jerry.
Oh, sure, bye.
There we go. I don't think you can get your money back on those things, unfortunately. Those things, I'm talking about the phone-ins. I'm not talking about those women as those things. That would be outrageous behaviour. We're coming back, we're going to have Simon's quiz, where I'm going to answer all the questions properly because I'm brilliant. And then we've got Jonathan and Timothy and Caddick and everybody else. You've seen how it works now, dear listener. There really is nothing clever to it, nothing smart. It's just a late-night drop-in centre for the lost, the lonely and the bewildered. You're more than welcome to give us a call about Big Brother, about Piers Morgan, about the fearing sound, or anything else you fancy. We just sit here and we just chat for ages. That's our job. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. We call you back. This is the Late Night Alternative. I'm Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
a great song, right? That's the Brothers Osborne. When I was in Australia and in lockdown for 2 weeks, I just found myself watching any old crap on TV, and I watched Will and Grace, which I'd never seen before. I'd watched loads of episodes of Happy Days, and I got kind of bored. There was just channels that showed 70s and 90s, and I got bored of that. So I found myself watching the Country Music Awards, and I'm so glad I did, because there was these. I just saw all these amazing groups: the Brothers Osborne, Little Big Town, and Tim McGraw and Faith Hill. I've heard of Faith Hill before, and I've bought loads of albums, and that Brothers Osborne. I mean, flip it. It's a cracking record. This kind of dirty, rocky, swampy country sound. Absolutely superb. Love it. So I've got all these new country bands that I like because I was in Australia watching the American Country Music Awards. It was the strangest thing. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Get your sleeping bags because Kadir is on the line. We'll be going to him shortly. Rebecca, who's called in, has tweeted, I've got a job interview on Saturday. Any tips as I'm bricking it? Job interview on a Saturday? That's a strange day, isn't it?
Oh, we have an excellent tip.
Yeah?
It's the one that we've been employing recently.
Oh, yeah, get really drunk?
No.
No?
The other one.
Don't go?
Pretend to be someone who's really good at interviews.
This is how I got this gig, right, here, was when I went in and I psyched myself up all morning, right? And the longer you do it, the more powerful it is, right? I psyched myself up pretending I was someone who was good at interviews. And I went in and I told them, I'm not saying you necessarily need to say these words, but I told them why they needed me and why I would be better than anyone else. And I spent all morning just getting into that thing. Like, you can do this. You can do this. I'm a big believer. I don't know if there's any scientific evidence, but I do like affirmations. I think affirmations work. Not like huge things, but I really think that certainly for short periods of time, you can kind of reprogram yourself by repeating stuff. When I had to do, and I'm sorry to keep going on about the jungle, it's just the way the conversation has gone. I've been thinking about it a lot today. But when I had to do this challenge that was up in the air, 100 feet up in the air, and I hate heights. You never knew what the challenge was going to be until you walked out and you saw it and they explained it to you. But I was really lucky because I heard someone saying, oh, the shoot's been put back a bit because we can't, the drone isn't working. I thought, drone, it's going to be heights. And I started shaking. But I had about 45 minutes between that point and actually sort of stepping out and seeing out on deck and them explaining to me. And I did the Serenity Prayer. I remembered that my boys had written me a note saying if you get scared of heights, don't look down. And I just kept saying over and over again, you can do this, you can do this, you can do. And I'm saying it out loud, just under my breath. And I had 45 minutes. And in those 45 minutes, an hour, I genuinely believe that for that short period of time, I reprogrammed my brain ever so slightly, just enough that I could get through it. Because you know me, Kath, you know I hate heights, right? You know I hate them. Oh, just even now thinking about it makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, and it's irrational, isn't it?
It's completely. Well, no, it's not with heights. I don't think it with spiders and things. It is irrational.
You've been on things before where you've been strapped onto them and still your legs wouldn't work. And it wasn't your brain not. It wasn't about you convincing yourself you couldn't do it. It was your body just refusing.
Yeah, you're right. In that sense, you know, it is irrational. And when I was up there, I got in there and it started off really fine. Then I had to get out of this silly rocket ship and start moving around.
I couldn't believe it when you did that.
Did you really?
I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I went, "Oh man, no!"
Yeah.
Because you'd had a bad week, bad couple of days anyway, and I thought, "Oh, this is awful."
And I got out, and there was one moment where I had to step over. They wanted me to stand up for the whole thing. They kept saying stand up, and I thought, nah, I'm crawling. But there was one bit where I had to stand up, and I had to step from the rocket ship I was on onto the space station. Yeah. And, of course, you've got to look down, and as soon as you start stepping, it wobbles. And I went for it, and it wobbled, and I put my foot back because this fear kicked in, and the fear was saying, don't move. You cannot move. And I was just going out loud. You can do this. You're just going to take a step. You're just going to take a step. Just take a step, you idiot. Take a step. And as I was saying it, I was able to do it.
The moment I knew you were going to do it, you got out of the cockpit.
Yeah.
I couldn't have done that.
Yeah, it was. Oh man. I mean, partly helped, and this might help, Rebecca. It partly helped that I was wearing goggles that had steamed up, so I could only see 3 foot in front of me. That may work for you as well,
Try
Rebecca.
that.
Wear some steamy goggles. That really fixed things for me. Right, we got loads of calls, so let's crack on. I know some of you have been waiting for ages, but Simon's got a quiz for us.
Oh, good.
Hello, Ian. Hello, Kath.
Hello, Simon.
Before we get on the quiz, can I ask you one question?
Of course you can, buddy.
I'll tell you the reason why. I've rediscovered the theme tunes to The Four Guy and the Littlest Hobo, thanks to you.
Well, the Four Guy theme tune, of course, The Littlest Hobo. Don't know, it's not a theme tune.
It's just a hit.
It's just a song. It's not connected in any way with a television series, so stop trying to troll me. I know you're all trolling me, but going, oh, there's a TV series about a dog. Get out of town. It's just a good, catchy song.
It is. Can I ask you both, what is your favourite TV theme of all time?
Monkey Magic.
I like Dynasty.
How does Dynasty go?
Really?
Da 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 da.
Okay, yeah.
Remember that? It was glorious and lush.
Yeah, it was. It was a bit slow, I thought. A bit like
majestic.
It's a bit like Howard's Way.
There are some good ones. Laverne and Shirley is a personal favourite.
Yep.
Excellent.
So it starts, kind of.
That's the one. The Red Hand Gang, going back to my youth.
Red Hand Gang. What was the name of the black actor?
Oh, somebody the third.
Yeah,
Elvis Presley the
no,
third.
it wasn't Elvis Presley the third. His character was Doc. His real life name was James Bond the Third.
Excellent.
Yes, I knew.
Where's he, Catherine? Find out where James Bond. We don't normally do old kids shows, but find out where the hell James Bond the Third is.
I also like Cagney and Lacey.
Yep. Well,
yes, very good. I think the Red Hand Gang, they only ever made about 8 episodes, but they just repeated them over and over.
That was a great show. They should get
It
those
was a
guys
great
back
show.
together. Is he still alive?
Actor and producer.
Oh, good for him. Let's get James
brilliant.
Bond the Third on. Send him an email. We're going to get James Bond the Third on, Simon.
How are we going to make sure? How are we going to know it's him?
Oh God, don't, please. Oh, we got told something off the record about that whole Ersatz Griffiths, which we're not allowed to mention.
Is that right? You can't mention it anymore.
No, but it kind of bolsters our feeling that when he told us he was happy about his Twitter account, he knew he had a Twitter account.
We got information which we cannot share about how that Twitter account was set up. And boy, oh boy, it's pretty amazing. If you ever meet her, I'm just plugging my the phone in. If you ever meet us in a bar, ask us and we'll tell you.
Brilliant. Okay. Quick fire quiz.
Yes, sir! Let's be having you.
Right, first to answer, just tell me when you're bored. Cut me off when you're bored.
Don't, mate. We will do, thank you, but we're getting close. Anyway, go on.
Okay. Which is the only US state that begins with the letter D?
Say that again.
The only US state that begins with the letter D.
Delaware.
Oh, a point each. That was a tie. If you're unsure, 1 point each at the moment.
Okay, one each, right. Yep.
What nationality was the inventor of the saxophone, Adolf Sax?
Swiss.
Hang on. That is incorrect. No, that is incorrect. You've answered. Adolf Sax. Austrian.
Unlucky. Belgian.
Ah, okay. All right. Good question. Good question.
Next one.
Yeah.
The 2012 novel, The Casual Vacancy, was the first adult book by which author?
Oh,
J.K. Rowling.
Yes.
Well, don't just say, oh, I know. Say it. Thank you.
J.K. Rowling. Actually, no, you should have half a point because he pronounced it wrong. It's rolling as in Rolling Stone.
Hey, did you see? Did you know Jeopardy, the TV programme, where they give you the answer and you've got to come up with the question? Yeah. And the fella lost. It was only about $3,000 because the song was. All right, here's the question. Slightly wrong. I'm making up the dates a bit here. 1996, mid-90s. Was it? Oh, hang on a minute. Just stay there because I've got to Google it because I want to get this right because it's really interesting. Right, okay. Coolio's biggest hit.
Yeah.
Right. Did you see this story, Catherine?
No.
Right, okay. So the answer is Coolio's biggest hit, and you would say...
Gangster's Paradise.
Gangster's Paradise, yeah.
You'd both be wrong. You both think what is Gangster's Paradise? You both be wrong.
Oh yeah, what is it then?
It's and this is what he got it wrong on. You said Gangster's Paradise.
Gangstaz. You're kidding me.
Totally. It's Gangstaz.
No, we are. It's A, isn't it? No, we are.
You've got to say Gangsters. Gangsters. And he said Gangsters, and he got it wrong. He got it wrong. Isn't that mean?
I think I'd want my solicitors on the case.
Oh,
solicitors.
The thing is, you'd lose because in the dictionary they're two different words.
Oh,
isn't that incredible? I was reading that today. What a great story. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
Next question. From what 1980s movie is the line, if you build it, he will come?
Field of Dreams.
Oh, good answer, Kath. Two each.
Okay.
No pressure.
No pressure.
In which year was the pound coin introduced in the UK?
It's later than we think. 1991 is the one that springs to mind.
I'm going to say 1992.
1983, miles out.
So but closest wins, yeah?
No.
No, sorry. Okay. What is the third largest city in Spain by population?
Barcelona.
Third largest.
Barcelona.
Kath?
Seville.
Valencia.
Ah!
Okay, these are fun questions.
Next question.
Yeah.
Next question.
Yeah.
In which fictional area are Thomas Hardy's novels usually set?
I do know this.
I know this. Oh, God, Thomas Hardy. Thinking of Return of the Native, to read it at school.
It begins with a W.
I know it does. I'm going to say it's not. I had in my head like Westchester or Wessex.
Wessex, correct answer.
Oh! And I think we should probably stop there, Simon.
No.
Okay. Two more questions.
All right, then. Well, I'm just going to stop because it was 3-2 to me. But, OK, fine. You did say we could stop whenever we wanted and I'm winning. But, OK, fine. Carry on. Let's take this to the end.
OK. L. Frank Baum wrote which much-loved story
Wizard of Oz.
turned into a famous film? 3 apiece.
This is it. This is it. This is the decider. This is the decider.
Question.
Here we go.
This is for the first inaugural alternative champion quizzer.
Thank you.
I have a trophy in front of me.
Yeah, OK.
Which country is home to the largest population of Roman Catholics in the world?
Brazil.
No. Stop. No, it's not.
Correct answer, Kath. We've got a winner. Iain, did you want to carry on?
I'll get stuffed, Simon. What a terrible call. Can we block this guy from calling in again? Just go to the adverts.
The wild man of late night radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Isn't it funny what people take away from this show? Agnes has tweeted me. How about we talk about how not everyone in Poland is racist?
Oh, my goodness.
Ever since you said that, I've been left upset and unable to listen to your show. You're not listening to the show, so there's no point in me trying to clear up.
Also, when you heard that, you weren't listening to the show.
Oh, Agnes. I wasn't saying... Yes, I literally said everyone in Poland is racist, but if you listen to the words before it and the words after it, you would know that I wasn't actually saying everyone in Poland is racist. And if you... I mean, just...
It's ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous.
Oh, let's go to Iain. Good evening, Iain.
Hello, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, mate. What you got for us?
Good. You were talking about books earlier with one of your previous callers about Enid Blyton and things like that.
Yes.
What's your favourite autobiography you've ever read?
My favourite autobiography I've ever read... Because that's all I read is autobiographies and biographies. Pretty much all I read. I love them. And I'm about to start a book about Jan Wenner, the editor of Rolling Stone magazine. My favourite... that one, the one about Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, I love that one.
Carol Ann Davis, is that...
Carol Ann Harris. It's called Storms, My Life with Fleetwood Mac. Lindsay Buckingham and Fleetwood Mac.
Because there's no holds barred in that. It tells you pretty much everything you could ever possibly want to know about them. So that was a good one. And it's also
a good story. Do you know what I mean? It's not just factual. It's a page turner.
Because Rumours, the album was a bit like a story, wasn't it?
It was totally a story. It was the way they were talking to each other at a time when they weren't physically talking to each other.
Well, they were physically communicating quite often with coked up sex. That's what those guys were up to. So that's the one that springs to mind. Why? What's yours, Iain?
Well, I don't really read a lot, but when I do, I mean, I read one years ago, the Jack D one.
Oh yeah, was that any good?
Excellent, really funny.
Well, yeah, I like a bit of Jack D. I wouldn't say I'm a massive Jack D fan, but I like a bit of Jack D.
And the other book that springs to mind is the one by Dar O'Brien, which is more about his tour of the UK.
Ah, you like the
comedy ones.
You like the mid-90s, early noughties comedy ones, don't you?
Yes, yeah.
Good for you. Dar O'Brien, you'll be pleased to know, is an absolutely delightful gentleman. I've met him a couple of times, and he's every bit as lovely as you could possibly imagine.
The book I'm thinking about is called Ticker in the English.
Oh, okay. Well, I shall add that to my list of books, what I need to read. Iain, thank you very much indeed for that. Let's go to Timothy. Hey, Timothy.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, Lee. Oi, technically I know your name's Iain, but I called you Lee for a reason.
Okie dokie. Because you're rude?
No, brother.
No?
Never,
No?
brother.
Okay.
Never.
Okay.
I actually used to watch you on Big Breakfast years and years ago.
No, you didn't.
Oh, yes, I did.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I saw you on there once.
No, you didn't.
Didn't I?
Nope.
You don't remember that occasion?
I certainly don't remember that occasion on the Big Breakfast, no.
Oh.
Do you know why?
Why?
I was never on the Big Breakfast.
You nearly were.
No,
How are you anyway?
Hang on. I nearly...
Maybe I got it wrong.
You're
Maybe
correct.
I got it wrong.
I nearly was on the Big Breakfast. They offered me the Big Breakfast, but the Big Breakfast was being winded down.
Yeah.
So I said no. So I was never on the Big
Okay.
Breakfast.
Okay, well, I remember you back from those occasions.
Okay.
Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. Can I ask you a direct question?
Personally, yes.
Are you sure I can ask you anything?
Of course you can, young
Are
man.
you stoned?
No, I'm not stoned. I have, over the last 5 or 6 days, been drinking very heavily.
Wow.
The reason I wanted to phone you is because I wanted to talk to you about depression.
Okie dokie.
And when I was just asked on Talk Radio to find, and I literally had to provide my email and everything, I sort of had to realise that I had to tell you who I am, basically, and be honest with you, Iain.
Hey, Timothy. Hey, Timothy, shut up for a second.
I apologise.
Shut up for Timothy.
Listen.
Timothy, shut up for a second, right? You just dropped a massive F-bomb, which I think we stopped going out. I think we dumped it, but I have to say to the people watching on Periscope... Timothy, will you shut up, mate? Apologies to the people on Periscope if you heard that. That was not... we don't condone bad language. That's a yellow card you got, Timothy. You've got a yellow card. Timothy, will you shut up and listen?
Yes.
Please. You got a yellow card. Any more of that, you're off, right? And I really struggle with people who are as pissed as you are, OK?
I'm not pissed.
Mate, you've just been drinking for 5 days solid. You can't string a sentence
I was trying to explain to you I'm still drinking 5 days solid, but not like you think I am.
Mate, I'm not... Will you shut up, Timothy? Will you shut... Oh, for God's sakes, man.
All right, I won't say it again.
Dude, I really struggle. I find drunk people really boring and rude and ill-mannered, right? So if this starts going off on too many different tangents that aren't fun, I'm going to say goodbye to you. You drop one more F-bomb, I'm going to say goodbye to you. All right?
So you don't swear at people too. I get that. I understand. I apologise.
Timothy, and you stop being as obnoxious as you're being. We don't allow the F-bomb on the radio, OK?
OK.
Right. What have you phoned in to say?
How are you?
What have you phoned in to say?
Life. What I actually wanted to talk about depression with you. And I was very, I understand why you're like that with me. I understand.
No, you don't. Tell you what, give us a call when you're sober. I don't want to talk. Hey, buddy. There you go, buddy.
It does.
There you go. There you go. I don't like... listen, drunk people I find really tedious and boring. Drunk, aggressive people... did we dump that one? Tell us when we got some delay back, please, Sam. Give us a nod. Because I'm going to give Timothy one more chance, right? But drunk, aggressive people really are... the thing is, when you're that drunk... You're going to come back in a minute, Timothy. You're not on the air. You're going to wait till the delay comes back. You're going to get one more chance because I'm a good man. And I can tell you're in a lot of pain. But you need to listen to what is being said, buddy, OK? So you just need to just reel it in a little bit and you need to listen to what is being said. You're not on the air right now. Right, we've got some delay.
Iain, Do you want to talk or say hello? Come on. You always wanted the banter. Iain, come on. Give me a challenge. I wanted to.
Okay, I've got a challenge. I've got a challenge for you.
Depression.
I've got a challenge for you.
No.
You just asked for a challenge. You just asked for a challenge. I've got one for you.
I was pissed instantly before you even knew that I haven't actually had a drink today. I'm just sobering up from the day I had the worst day I had of my life.
You're not
but
sobering
you didn't even give me the opportunity. And
because you swore,
mate.
Because
last year on the 30th of September, that twat phoned you up and explained what he said. And technically, when he said that to you, I didn't want to defend him. I wanted to defend you.
Does anyone know what you're talking
about?
about?
I respect you. And you know the guy who did the penile on the back of your collar?
Okay, Timothy, there we go. I mean...
What is he on about? Apologies to Periscope.
Apologies. I mean, he's had 3 chances, so I can't let him back on air. And also, he's a bell end. So...
He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to talk.
No, he's drunk. He's drunk. He's drunk. He's drunk and aggressive. I'll talk to drunk people, of course I will. But you've got to have a little bit of humility, buddy, and that's not what you got, Timothy. You've just got aggression. Got a chip on your shoulder. Yeah, I was upset when someone drew a penis on the back of my car. That was offensive to me and my kids. So yeah, we dedicated a whole show to it, and we found the person, and they apologised. So that was great. That was a deeply upsetting moment in my life. Someone thinking that it was acceptable to draw a penis on my car. Deeply upsetting.
Yeah. You should just be lucky no one's drawn a penis on your car.
Yeah. Or on your back. Timothy, Timothy's still on the line. You're not coming back on air, mate. You've had 3 F-bombs, right? And you're aggressive. You asked me to set you a challenge. My challenge is, what day is it today? Thursday. Mm-hmm. Give us a call Monday, sober. Give us a call Monday without having had a drink between now and then. I will happily talk depression to you. And we'll play back what we can of the recording of you on the show so you can hear how aggressive you've been. I don't know if you've got a problem with booze or if you've just been on a bender. It's none of my business. I'm sorry that you are struggling with depression. I'm sorry that you've been on a bender. But also, one has to... I've been on benders and I have been aggressive to people and rude to people, whether it be a drug bender or a booze bender or whatever. But then I have had to, at some point in my life, accept that my behaviour, even though it may have been fuelled by alcohol or drugs, that my behaviour was unacceptable, and I've had to go back to those people and apologise or try and make amends, either directly or indirectly. I'm not saying I necessarily want you to apologise or any of that, but I do hope that at some point you realise that your attitude and your behaviour on this show is inappropriate and that you've been aggressive. I hope everything is all right. I hope that you're not struggling with alcohol, because that's an absolute bitch to deal with. And I'm sorry that you're struggling with mental health issues, Timothy. Genuinely, I am. And I hope that you get the help that you...
Just think about one thing. I must admit, that guy that he killed you.
He's still going. He's still going, poor soul. I feel sorry for you, brother. You're not on the air, Timothy. I feel sorry for you, man.
Actually,
there we go. I'm just going to cut him off because it's.
Sam, you don't have to answer the calls.
Don't answer the calls
because he will ring again.
Yeah.
Let him sober up. Then we'll talk.
We'll speak on Monday, hopefully, Timothy, and I wish you the best of luck with that, brother. 03444991000. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking.
Evening, Steve.
Hey, Iain, you all right?
I'm all right, fella. What you got for us?
First of all, I just want to say how great it is to hear you on the radio. I really enjoyed watching you on the telly.
Thank you very much, mate. Cheers.
Just a quick one. I was listening in just before the start of the second hour, and I recollect you were talking about ghosts.
Yes.
With the previous call. It had me thinking, a bit of a tangent, but abandoned stations on the London Underground.
Oh no, there's a few of these, and I've never been to one, and I'd love to. I know you can. So every now and then they'll open them up to the public, and they're kind of exactly as they were when they were closed down.
They really are. Now, I was fortunate enough a couple of years ago to go along to the Aldwych station near Temple, and you're right. It is a time capsule of what it was like just before they shut them down. It's incredible.
So you've been down there?
I've been down the Aldwych station, yeah.
Wow, I'm jealous.
It's really cool, and they've obviously got 2 platforms. but one of them is actually cordoned off completely because it wasn't used that much. But the other one is still connected to the underground network.
Oh, mate.
And if you go down that tunnel, I'm told that if you go down that tunnel, you will actually end up in Holborn Station. And it's actually an official emergency route. And I thought that was really cool.
Well, isn't there one you can see from... I'm sure there used to... that there was one that you didn't drive through it, but you came to like a junction on the underground, and you could sort of see it if... maybe I'm imagining it.
Are you talking about Down Street on the Piccadilly line?
I could be. I'm going to say yes, so it sounds like I know what I'm talking about, but I don't know.
I think that might be the one, near Hyde Park Corner.
Right.
But no, I just thought I'd ring in and just ask what your opinion on underground stations were. Abandoned underground stations.
I think they're fab. I think we should abandon more underground stations. How did you get down? How did you get down it, Steve? How did you arrange it?
Oh, so they're official tours that are run by the TfL Museum, and they basically open up tickets at certain times of the year.
Yeah.
And these are official tours. So you meet at a nearby location to the abandoned station.
Yeah.
As a big group, and you get a tour guide, and you go in, and then you've got to walk down loads of stairs, because obviously even though they've got lifts at these stations, they're not...
Yeah, it's not working, yeah.
They're not safe now. So you're going to do a lot of walking, but once you get down there, you walk through these tunnels that were once used by real passengers.
Yeah.
And you go all the way down to the bottom, and you've got the two platforms. And in fact, what was really cool at Aldwych is if you go to the end of one of the platforms, they use it to prototype and test artwork and designs that are actually used on the underground.
Hang on a minute. Shut up. They prototype and test artwork?
As in, like, kind
what
of.
What does that even mean?
As in, like, kind of the tilings on certain underground
Yes,
stations.
I do. You're saying they prototype and test that because they're unsure if it's going to work?
Well, they've just they've got half a board of tests. There,
Am I right in thinking that sounds really weird, Catherine?
Yeah, it does sound a little bit like...
It does sound weird, doesn't it?
I'm a bit of a tube geek and a bit of a techie by profession.
You know why on some TV programme, I can't remember what it was, I did a report about on the anniversary of the underground map, and I got to see, I can't remember the name of the artist that designed it, but I got to see his initial sketch work, which I think was on the back of an envelope.
That's cool.
You don't... Hang on a minute. For someone who's a bit of a geek about the underground, I was expecting a bigger reaction.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting a big reaction.
Let's try again.
That's really cool. It's insane.
That's better.
Insane.
It's insane. There we go. That's...
I've got one question, Ian, I will let you go. Would you ever consider doing your radio show from an abandoned London Underground station with an audience?
Well, hang on a minute. Can you arrange it?
I personally can't know.
Right. Well, in that case, no.
But we would consider it, yes.
If someone came to me and said, I can do it and we've got the technology and... then of course I would.
Fantastic. Cheers.
What was that laugh? What was... Hang on a minute. What was that laugh? Have you just won a bet? Was this whole thing you bet someone... I can get him to say you do his show from an underground. You watch.
Not at all. I promise you, I've just taken a puff of my Ventolin inhaler.
Are you sure it's Ventolin you're inhaling at the moment, Steve?
It is Ventolin, sorry. I'm a bit of an asthmatic and I'm just coming from the cold.
All right, well, listen, thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. I enjoyed that call a lot.
Little Sid James, isn't he?
Very funny. I enjoyed that a lot. Let's go to... hang on a second. Let me do this. Alan!
Evening, Martin and Cat.
Evening, Alan! Wagwan!
I've been up all night.
You've been what?
This is the latest. I've been waiting to talk to you.
These things happen, don't they?
No, I can't be first all the time.
No, you can't be.
I've got a bit of a question from a pair of you. Have you ever owned a pair of 501s?
What is it? Can we get the drunk bloke back on, please? Because that made more sense than this. Well, let's start with Catherine. Ask the question to Catherine, please.
Have you ever had a pair of 501s?
Yes, I had a pair of 501s. I also had a pair of 901s, I think, which was the female version of... Which coped for a slightly bigger, rounder bottom. And I seem to recall with the 501s, I did the thing of getting in the bath with them on. Didn't make any difference, just had wet jeans.
So that advert in the bath was a complete myth.
I think so.
No, the advert in the bath wasn't shrink to fit. You had to get shrink to fit.
Well,
And shrink to fit jeans. So.
well, they didn't.
Well, no.
Didn't make any difference. They were just wet.
Okay. Well, that's your beef with them. Ask me the question. Hang on.
Ian, have you ever had the 501s?
Yes, I have. I do like a button fly, but I haven't got any at the moment. But I like a button fly.
I like a button fly too.
Do like a button fly.
Yeah, because I got my first ever pair of 501s today from America.
Did you have to get your mum to do them up for you?
No, I did them all myself.
Oh, look at you!
And I had to pay a customs charge.
Yeah, well, you do. This is the thing. I've got a box set coming through customs at some point, and I'm expecting that. We have your package. It's going to cost you another £25 to...
With me, it's 18.
Why did you order them from America? Because it
was on eBay.
Oh.
Right. But how much did they cost?
Do you want the British price or the American price?
The British price would probably make more sense to us.
67 quid.
Right, 67? 67?
Yeah.
Were they originally owned by James Dean or something?
No, they come from America.
Yeah, right. And were they Levi's, yeah?
Yeah, original Levi's, red tab and everything.
Right. OK, and you paid 67 quid, plus how much import duty?
That's £18.84.
So that's about 85 quid you've paid, right?
Yeah.
I'm online now. You can get a pair of Levi's 501s for £38.74.
Are they size 50?
Yeah.
Size 50, 30 leg.
Right, OK.
Let me check.
I'm just looking on Amazon, but, size 50, 30 leg. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably can. You can certainly get them a lot... Right, size 50, 30 leg. All right, you can get them for about 50 quid.
Blimey, eBay scammed me.
No, they've not scammed you because it's not like it was a trick. Just you were dumb.
Well, it's the price you pay for being successful.
No, it's literally the price you pay for being dumb.
Well, it was my last purchase of last year, anyway.
Well, let's hope that 2018 proves to be more successful in terms of your purchases. Paid 85 quid for a pair of jeans.
Well, listen, he sounded very happy about the purchase until we started looking it up. Oh, Caddick.
I want to start selling some stuff to Caddick. Because it turns out by any old crap. 0344 499 1000. That's been a very strange 20 minutes of radio. Let's see what happens after this.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Let's go to David. I'm expecting anything now. It really has. Good evening, David.
Hi, Ian. Hi, Kath. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. How are you?
I'm jolly, yeah.
You don't sound it, mate.
Oh, really? Okay, it's late, but yeah, I'm really jolly.
I heard you on... was it with Dotton I heard you on the other night?
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah,
which one was he?
Sorry?
Which one were you?
He was David.
Oh, which David?
He was this David, talking about his dog passing.
Ah, yes, I did hear that.
Yeah, I heard that.
Oh, no, hang on. Dog passing, no, that wasn't...
Oh, no, was that not you? What were you talking about then? There was a caller on there that was one of ours that calls us. What were you talking... Because I did hear you the other night. What were you talking about?
With Dotton, oh gosh, that would have been on the other station, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What, BBC
There's
London?
a horrible echo. There's a horrible echo.
I can't do anything. I mean, if I do this, sometimes it works, but it doesn't always. Is that any better?
Oh, it's gone now.
There we go.
Gone. No, yeah, it's gone.
Okay.
Yeah, Dotton's a lovely man, isn't he? And we've rubbed shoulders over the years because we're similar ages.
What do you mean, rub shoulders?
Well, we've kind of, just because I'm old, so...
I'm not sure you know what rub shoulders means, but let's not dwell on that. I like Dotton a lot. I like him a lot. I didn't used to like him on 5 Live because I thought he was a bit boring, but I like him on BBC London, and
I thought he sounded bored rather than being
bored.
boring.
You're right, he sounded bored. But I like him on BBC London, and it's because you get to hear him on BBC London. He's allowed to be him. and I think he's great. He's a cracking listen, and I quite often shouldn't say this, but generally I listen to him on my way home. Next time you're on there, tell Dion from Langley that he's got to start calling me.
Yeah, Dion's quite a character, isn't he?
Yeah, I know. He used to call me years ago, and I don't think he knows where I am, but I would love to have a chat with Dion.
Yeah, well, I will pass that message on.
And say hello to Dotton for us, because genuinely, me and Kath are big fans.
Yep.
Yeah, well, so am I.
Lovely. All right. What you got for us? What you got for us tonight, David?
Back in the early 70s, when package tours kind of kicked off, me and my family went to Majorca.
Here we go.
I think it was 1973, by memory.
Yeah.
I was only a nipper. And I bought a straw donkey.
Hey! It's taken an hour and 10 minutes, and someone's called in with a topic I put out there. I feel like a proper... an hour and 40 minutes. I feel like a proper broadcaster.
Now, when you went in 1973, that would still be Franco years, so I bet it wasn't the hotbed of drunkenness and topless swimming that it is now.
Well, I'll be honest with you, Kath. We went in March. The weather was crap. It rained, and we went for a weekend, and it was the first time I'd ever been on an aeroplane, and it was like really exciting, package deal to Majorca. And for the whole weekend we sat in the hotel because it poured with rain. But I did come home with the donkey, and I had it till about 10 years ago, and it had just finally fallen apart. And I wish I had photographs of it.
So it did. You where did you display it?
Well, I'm a bit of a hoarder, so I kept it.
Yeah.
In the parents' house, and when they passed away, I kind of went back to it, and it had it was nothing.
Mate.
It was like a straw bale with a bit of a saddle on it, to be honest.
What a shame.
But happy memories of that holiday, because I felt like I was flying first class going to Majorca, because nobody else had ever done that. I was like the bee's knees at school. I remember that. And I do remember my father saying, "What a bargain. It cost 30 quid for the whole family to go."
Wow.
And you had to carry... Because it was that classic thing of you had to carry that donkey on the plane with you?
Absolutely.
Why did you buy it? What? I could never understand the mentality of people that bought it. What did you think? What were you thinking, man?
Well, I was only 12.
Oh, okay. All right. Now, in that case, you were... okay, fine. I will.
Plus, he was going to an exotic place, and it was something typical and recognisable of that place, I guess.
All right, Catherine, blimey. If you love him so much, why don't you go and marry him?
Well, he's not got the donkey anymore.
Oh...
I'm sorry to hear that,
bud.
I'm sorry to hear that, David.
Sad.
All right, listen, man, nice one. Thanks for calling.
Pleasure.
Ta-ta. There we go. That was nice, wasn't it? Timothy, I can see you calling, mate. But not tonight. Not tonight, buddy. Maybe Monday. Maybe tomorrow. Let's see. Good evening, Ray.
Good evening.
Flipping heck, that's sparky.
Well, last time I didn't get in early enough and you went to another person.
Okay, no, good. That's what we like. Well done.
Thank you.
Get in quickly. Those gaps. Get in quickly.
So, first of all, I have to applaud you because I fell asleep on the sofa after your show last night. So I put the telly on about 7:30 this morning.
Yeah.
And saw your great game you did on GMTV.
Oh, mate, it was the silliest, most wonderful thing. I was in my element there doing a quiz with Anthony Cotton and Alex Beresford, the weather guy, about skating. And it was lovely. It was ramshackle, it was 2-bit, and it was just a joy to do. I'm having the most fun there.
But it was effortless. It was really effortless.
Well, from everybody who put that segment together, I don't think there was any effort involved whatsoever, and it was quite clear.
But even when you turned round to the camera and said, "Is this actually live on ITV at the moment?"
I forgot. I tell you what I forgot, because I haven't really done live TV for ages. I forgot what a buzz it is, what a thrill it is when I'm only doing little segments, and it's such an honour. What a gas it is to be doing 3 minutes live on ITV. Thank you very much indeed. I'm loving it.
No, it was excellent. So now that you're this superstar,
yes,
have your rates gone up?
Oh, mate, yes, they have. Yes, my rates for everything, and I mean everything, they've gone up. In some places they've gone up a wee bit, in other places they've shot right up.
See, this is because I'm organising a comedy night in March in Teddington.
Oh, here we go.
Good luck with that.
No, I've got 2 acts booked.
Yeah.
But I'm looking for an opening act and then a second act. And obviously, you know, if you were to pop along at 7:45, you could do it before your show.
Yeah, sure. That'll be a grand.
Yeah, see, last year it would have been 80 quid.
Yeah, exactly, buddy. I'm a celebrity's Iain Lee. I'm the Jungle's Iain Lee now.
I can't afford a grand, can I? I've only got the takings on the door to pay the comics.
Mate, who else you got so far?
Headlining is a guy called Nick Dixon, and the penultimate act is a girl called Meryl O'Rourke.
Hey, I know Meryl O'Rourke.
She's great, really good.
I don't know Nick Dixon. I'm sure he's wonderful. I know Meryl O'Rourke, and she messaged me. I've just replied to a message she sent me saying, "Are you doing stand up at all?" Is that what this is about?
No, not at all. She opened for Frankie Ball on his last tour. She's just great.
I know exactly who Meryl O'Rourke is. She's brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, so she's the penultimate, and then a guy called Nick Dixon, who's very good.
So I've just seen a tweet. I've just seen a tweet that Roger sent about Alan. I think Caddick has bought a pair of Levi's 503s. Oh, Roger, well played, sir. Well played. But the thing is, I'm not a stand-up.
No, but it wouldn't be to do stand-up, you see. I've got it all planned. You could just talk about the jungle.
No.
They'd love it.
No, they wouldn't.
They'd love it.
They wouldn't.
Of course they
Certainly
would.
not in March. Everyone's sick of it now. I get the tweets I get when I'm on GMTV saying, "Oh, not this tosser. He was boring enough in the jungle and he won't stop banging on about it." I get loads of them. So I appreciate the interest, Ray, but I'm going to have to pass on this occasion.
Well, but you wouldn't do it for 80 quid anyway, would you?
No. So you should get a magician. Go and have a chat. I mean, I don't know what his rates are, and he'd certainly want more than 80 quid, but go and have a chat with Pete Heat, the magician.
Yeah, and I can't, because like I said, I'm hoping to sell 6 tickets at £6 each.
How many tickets? 6?
60 at £6. So obviously 360 quid.
Yeah.
And I've got 4 comics to pay that.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'd like 40 quid myself, because apparently I'm comparing it.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
So I couldn't stretch to any more than that, really, because obviously I've paid the headline and the penultimate. They obviously get the most.
Yes. Oh.
And so I was looking...
Hang on, so you're offering me less than Nick Dixon and Meryl O'Rourke? Thanks for calling, Ray.
Keep laughing.
There we go, because you could be the only one. Let's go to Jonathan. Good evening, Jonathan.
Evening.
Evening, Jonathan. What have you got for Sorry to keep you waiting so long. I know you've been on the line for ages. What have you got for us tonight?
I'd like to complain about Tetsuya Naito's loss at Wrestle Kingdom earlier today.
Oh, just say that one more time for the heart of thinking. What did you say?
I'd like to complain about Tetsuya Naito losing at Wrestle Kingdom 12 earlier today.
I thought that's what you said. I just have to make sure. You've called the right number. This is the Tetsuya Naito losing at Magic Mountain hotline. What would you like to say, caller?
I'd like to say that you jinxed him deliberately.
What the heck? This is libel. This is slander. Get my lawyer and get me a gun.
Because when you did that fake blessing for him, I bet you had your fingers crossed or your legs crossed.
I'm going to be honest. I haven't got the foggiest what you're talking about.
You've probably caused riots in downtown Tokyo tonight.
Let's go to the next paragraph and not answer the question.
I've got no idea what this man is talking. Catherine, defend me. He's coming on and he's libeling me. I've got no idea what he's talking about.
What's he supposed to have done with his legs crossed?
Given a fake blessing, but it's actually a jinx on this wrestler.
You didn't give him any blessing at all, did you, Iain? Who have you blessed lately? Anyone?
I don't remember.
Hulk Hogan, wasn't it?
No, I didn't bless him. I blessed his tape that was doing the rounds.
Oh, right.
Well, so what happened?
He lost.
Okay. Well, yeah.
And he wasn't supposed to lose. He was supposed to win.
Yeah, you're right. I did.
You actually jinxed him.
Yes, I did. And it turns out that my jinx had worked, Jonathan. And what are you going to do about it, fella?
Well...
What are you going to do about it, fella? What are you going to do about it? I jinxed him. Yeah, it worked. I put a hex on him. That's right. What are you going to do about it, Jonathan?
Oh, dear, you're going to have a load of Japanese wrestling fans coming after you.
I'll jinx them. I'll jinx them all, Jonathan. And I know that we are big with the Japanese wrestling community.
Massive.
I know that. But I'll jinx all of them. Give me another wrestler and I'll jinx them.
Kenny Omega.
I'm not going to jinx him because I like him.
Oh,
yeah, you see? No idea what that was about.
No.
Honestly, this last 40 minutes of radio has been absolutely crazy. But don't worry, we can slow things down now. Here's Kadir.
Hi, Ian. How you doing? Hi, Kat.
Hi.
Hi,
I know we're all tired. I know we're all sort of sluggish.
But at least me and Kath are making an effort.
I'm making an effort. I've had a chocolate just now.
Wowzers.
I had it from the box of Cadbury Heroes, and it's still one from Christmas. So I'm just letting it go down now. Disappointing. I've only got the fudge and the cream egg ones left, so I'm letting those go down slowly.
Why are you disappointed about having the cream eggs ones left? Because there's the best. They've brought out a white chocolate cream egg, and if you find it, you win like £5,000 or something. I won't. I'll eat it. If I find a white chocolate cream egg, I'm not going to save it for fun. I'm eating the bugger.
I mean, what I'd do is I'd get the £5,000 because I think any reasonable person would.
Yeah, but the thing is, Ian's now lighting his fire with £5,000 notes.
Yeah.
So it means nothing to him anymore.
Ian's stepped up on the hierarchy.
I have stepped up on the hierarchy of life. You're correct. That's a beautiful way of describing where I am. I've stepped up on the hierarchy of life.
And you express it through the medium of cream eggs.
Yes, I bloody well do.
Absolutely. So I've called to talk about the weirdest town I know.
Don't tell us. Just tell us.
All right, okay. The weirdest town I know.
There we go. We're in.
Is
a town in Wales called Bangor. It's a city.
Yeah, we know. Didn't we have a lovely time the day we went to Bangor?
Oh, it's really... If you've ever seen The League of Gentlemen...
I haven't, actually.
I have.
Kath, you'll know how strange the town is of Royston Vasey.
I do, but I've never been to Bangor and I don't know how it compares. Tell me.
Bangor is near Llandudno. And, is it... Okay. There's a way of pronouncing it in when those Welsh places have two L's, it's a clch. But you know what the Welsh are like. We're starting to get weird already. Once you get into Chester, things start to get a bit strange. So I went to Bangor University for about 3 weeks, and I had to leave because of how strange the town was. It's technically a city. I think it's the third smallest city in the UK, maybe, or Wales. Simply...
Didn't we have a lovely time the day we went to Bangor? A beautiful day, we had lunch on the way, and all for under £1, you know. But on the way back, I cuddled with Jack, and we opened a bottle of cider, singing a few of our favourite songs as the wheels went round.
Absolutely.
Thanks very much for your call, Kadir. It's appreciated. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Didn't we have a lovely time the day we went to Bangor? A beautiful day, we had lunch on the way, and all for under £1, you know. But on the way back, I cuddled with Jack, and we opened a bottle of cider, singing a few of our favourite songs as the wheels went around. Do you recall the thrill of it all as we walked on the way, and all for under a pound, you know. But on the way back, I cuddled with Jack and we opened a bottle of cider, singing a few of our favourite songs as the wheels went around.
That's conclusive proof that the 70s were awful. I mean, they really were awful. Everyone says, the 70s, it's such great music. No. Punk was like a finger click, and most of punk is rubbish. The classic rock was... That is what the 70s sounded like. That's the 70s that I knew. You know, you forget all your Led Zeppelins and your Slades even, and Bowie and stuff. That was what got played on the radio all the flipping time. Hey, you know what makes me angry? You know what makes me the angriest?
Everything.
No,
the angriest.
The angriest is the people that predict horrific events and do nothing about it. Right?
Yes.
Do you know? I've got a spot on me. Let's squeeze that. Ow! Can't squeeze it.
So look.
Do you know who predicted 9/11?
Yes.
Christine Bleakley. She predicted 9/11 and did
nothing.
Absolutely nothing about it. She's almost as guilty as the people that hijacked those aeroplanes. Telehost Christine Lampard, Bleakley, saw the 9/11 terror attacks in a dream just days before they happened, she claims. Christine, 38, saw herself in one of the planes that hit New York's Twin Towers in 2001. The star of ITV's Loose Women said, "I could see straight ahead through the cockpit. It was open. I could see us going into the building. I could see hundreds and hundreds of windows. This was days before. And then I was in work on the day it happened and thought, I saw that." The terror attacks killed 2,996 and injured more than 6,000. Christine claimed last year that she saved former footy star husband Frank, 39, from falling scaffolding after predicting it would happen. Right. I love the way that the Sun is saying she claims. They're basically going, yeah, Chinny Recon, Jimmy Hill. If this is true, we need to harness this. Why is this woman not locked up in a government laboratory, reading people's minds?
Or on a ducking stool.
If she saw it, she should have stopped it. She uses her power to save her husband from falling scaffolding, but didn't use it to save 2,996 people.
Selfish.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Good evening, Amanda.
Hello.
Hello,
I'm
Amanda.
phoning about Spanish donkeys.
Yeah, we go. Of course you are.
Of course.
What you got for us?
So my wee granny went to Spain,
Yes.
summer of 1977,
Yes.
and she brought back a donkey. In fact, I'm going to look at the picture and I'll send it to you. It's at my mother's house.
Okay.
But this wee donkey wasn't a straw one, it was a hairy one.
A hairy donkey?
It was an expensive one. She always bought class, you know. She had a shopping bag from Harrods.
Okay.
But she was a cleaner. Anyway.
I got told off in Harrods once because I had a child sat on my shoulders.
Oh, dear.
And they said, no,
It's not that kind of place.
This is not that kind of place. They said, no, stop that.
So this wee donkey,
Yeah?
she used to buy sugar cubes. So 1977, I was a child. So every time I went there, I had to give the wee donkey a sugar cube.
Someone's asked on Twitter, I can't stop listening to this show because I'm just curious as to how much weirder it will get.
Yeah.
There's your answer, buddy. There's your answer.
Hairy donkeys eating sugar cubes.
Wowzers, that's, I'm sure that some people, that's a fetish.
It could be.
Could be. What happened to the hairy donkey?
Well, that's the thing. You know, I've got several things of hers, one of which is an old telephone table.
Yeah.
Another is the cigarette stand. You know those brass stands? Those.
Oh, yes.
I've got one of them.
Is it got, is it the one, if it's the thing I'm thinking of, it's got kind of a sort of a bowl thing, but when you put your cigarettes out, you sort of push down on a button. Is that right?
No, my other granny had one of them.
They
This
were
granny had
great.
This granny had the classy one. It was more like a big, like the size of a plate, and it had a really heavy ashtray in it.
I miss ashtrays. Ashtrays. Ashtrays are great.
Well, every time she changed her wallpaper,
Yeah.
she used to change the
She used to get a new ashtray.
Oh, my goodness. No, she would take a piece of wallpaper and put that round the middle of the ashtray to match her wallpaper.
Oh.
Classy.
So currently, since probably 1982,
Yes.
it's got red velvety wallpaper.
Wowzers. In the ashtray?
No, I'll have to take a picture and show you. There was like a wee bit in the middle of the stand.
Okay.
So wrapped around it like a sort of the side of a drum.
That's it, Catherine.
Okay,
that's
wow,
it.
that really
So
is,
every time, that got changed.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to know, are you going to give Catherine the trophy from Mastermind?
Let's go to Tom.
No trophies required. I live on bragging rights.
My mother has the trophy from Mastermind, and she's in a wheelchair. You want me to go and steal that from her, do you, Catherine? You probably do, because that's the kind of woman you are. Evening, Tom.
Hello.
Hello, Tom. I'm feeling a bit sick. I've had too much coffee. I've only had 2
Because of
coffees.
me?
Feel a bit sick. I've got I want to puke. I'm not going to puke, but I want to puke.
Well, don't because of me.
Oh, by the way, someone like Alice just said that this last caller has got a perfect ASMR voice, right? You know the.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Yeah, no.
Someone has been when I came out of the jungle. A young lady got in touch, Ariel. Oh, I think we might have played some.
Did.
Yeah, saying that she would come on and do some ASMR. We never got
You mean
round.
she'd come on and give us the tingles?
Yeah. We never got round to organise it. Anyway, she's just she's recorded something. She's just sent it to me. She sent it to me earlier. Should we have a little listen to it? Here we go. Let's have a little listen.
Hello, Iain. It's Ariel ASMR. So, I decided to make you an MP3 of various ASMR triggers.
Now this is giving me the tingles.
I decided to do this.
I don't like it.
No, shush! No, Tom, you ruined it.
Sorry.
There we go.
The quality would be much more better.
I feel like I'm being haunted.
Tom, Tom, you are totally ruining the mood. I'm getting the tingles up and down my neck, right? And you're every now and then you chip in with a big. So that's what he's doing. Just button it. Can we listen? Right, let's
But
go.
she did just say more better, which
here we go.
killed my vibe.
Come in.
Oh, right. Right. You're worse. Can we get that drunk bloke on? He was better than you.
I'm sorry.
Hang on, here we go. It's a Geiger counter.
I think they're so cute.
Oh, I'm not.
No.
I like that.
There's something kinky about that.
I like these scissors. I think I love that. Because I'm quite new to the ASMR world, and I poo-pooed it to start with. But did you not get the ting? You're a resistor, Catherine. You're very negative. You have a negative outlook on life.
That made me shudder, and not in the way she's aiming. I find that creepy.
Yeah, I find like I think there's like a spell on me or something, or a curse.
Yeah. Well, you're both idiots. That.
I'm going to come over there and give you the biggest Chinese burn of your life.
Can everyone hear that? Is that somewhat? Or is that in my head?
Hear what?
Oh God!
I'm going to come down the
I need to stop bringing in.
And I'm going to smack your...
Oh, Periscope numbers are going up, guys. Periscope numbers are going up.
I'm going to pitch all the way.
Here we go. No, they've dropped down to 0.
It is kinky. It's weird.
I'm going to say thank
I had a flatmate that did it once in her room.
What do you mean, did it in her room?
She would record it for people in her room.
Wow.
At uni, and I didn't really understand it then, and I don't really understand it now.
You are very closed-minded. I'm
just going to peel off
this I'm not. I don't. Oh gosh, I am coming. I don't understand it, and it scares me.
All right, here we go. No, shut up. Stop it. I'll do it. I'm going to do it because I'm going to do it properly. Stop it. I'm going to do it properly. Stop it. What I'm going to do is I'm very quietly going to crinkle some paper. I think you're going to find
No, but there's a difference.
Oh, Tom, will you shut? What is his problem with this fella?
You've got to give it a little bit of voice. It's not just whispering.
There you go.
Yeah.
I was giving it a bit of voice.
Whisper.
Right, shut up. Shut up.
Sorry.
I'm going to crinkle some paper for you now. I'm going to rip some paper for you.
Oh, that's a bit too crunchy.
Get this.
Oh, go on. All right, go. Tom will ruin it, by the way, because he's this guy.
It's very important in ASMR to make sure that you are protected from any germs. And this hand gel kills 99.99% of bacteria. I'm just going to pour it on now.
This feels like a very different call-in show now.
I'm just going to rub this in.
Going to gently drop my guts.
No change there, then.
Oh, God. There's probably a whole market for that.
Tom, what have you called in for, you sicko?
I just wanted to know what your favourite takeaway was.
That's all he wanted.
Chinese.
Chinese?
Yeah, I love a bit of sweet and sour.
I like a bit of sweet and sour. I find the choice too much.
Too Chinesey.
Yeah, with an Indian, I know I get a curry, a rice, a little bhaji. With a Chinese, I feel there's too many options.
Here's the thing: going into the curry house, and I like a curry. About every 3 months, I really crave a curry. So 3 or 4 times a year, I really crave a curry, and I go in and I order too much food, but it'll be delicious. But you look at the menu in the curry house, right? And I just think they're all basically the same. They are all basically.
Well, they put them into sections, don't they? Of the same sauce on different meats.
But
and meat, yeah.
But even the sauce, it's just curry. It's just curry. They all taste the same.
Where do you guys stand in chips and curry?
I don't stand in them. I order them. No, I don't like chips and curry sauce. I like chips and sweet and sour sauce.
I recently converted Iain to chips and gravy on a recent visit to Manchester. Oh, it's so good.
No. I like chips, not chips and curry sauce, but like chips and curries rather than rice. Chips and curry.
I think that makes you a pervert.
Yeah, no, I can't have a curry. I can't have a curry and chips. No, I can't. I know they have that on the menu, but that just feels wrong.
Yeah, but like the curry we have isn't like the real curry, is it? It's like
God. Well, it is the real curry because it's curry. I know what you mean. The food in India doesn't taste like that, but you know, the food in India is quite bland. A lot of it because they don't have curry houses. No, hang on, I'm confused. I don't know. Anyway, but I find a curry it weighs me down.
Okay, so if you were to have a curry, what soft drink would you have?
I'd have three. I have 3 drinks. I'd go for the 3-drink rule. Yes. I would have lemonade, and they do it from a big bottle, so it's always a little bit flat. I'd have a coffee, and I'd have a mango lassi.
Oh, would the lassi be a dessert drink?
No. I'd have 3 drinks all lined up, and I dip in and out of them. That's my thing, man. I've got to have for my lunch and my dinners. I don't know. Well, I do know. I know I got it from a guy called James Bobin, and I saw him do it, and I thought, well, that's weird. But then I've just picked it up, and it's great. So you have generally, forget the lassi because that's an exception. Generally, it's a fizzy drink, which is the fun drink. It is the water, which is kind of the cleansing drink, and then it's like a tea or a coffee, which is the grown-up drink. And I have them all 3, come with the main meal, and I will go in between the 3 throughout the meal.
And you don't drink alcohol, do you?
No, I do not. No.
Have you always not? Or
no, I used to drink alcohol a lot, and so I stopped.
Do you mind me asking, like, what prompted you? What was the? You have to answer, of course.
No, I was just drinking too much. I was drinking too much and taking too many drugs, and one thing would lead to the other, and the other would lead to one, and I kind of thought, I had to stop, or I was going to die. So I stopped.
Right, so yeah, good on you.
Yeah.
And how long have you not done that?
Well, which way are we counting? Let's say we're counting in the old-fashioned way. About 13 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fair play.
Yeah, it's all right, isn't it? But I tell you what, I'm now thirsty. It's a little joke. There's a little joke there for the boozers.
A little bit of fun.
It's a little bit of fun. Have we missed the quarter past break? That's Tom. We missed a break because of you, man.
Tom.
Sorry, we did the whole whispering curse thing.
It wasn't a curse. There was no cursing going on.
Tom, you made us late for the break.
Tom, it's your fault because we're late for the break now.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to cut you off, Tom.
That's fine.
He took it like a man.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Right, we've got a load of phone calls lined up, but talking about ASMR, for those who don't know, it's this phenomenon where things are whispered and low-level noises, and for some people you get tingles, for some people they don't get it, right? So we're just talking about that, and then Greenie's just tweeted me, ASMR is great to send you asleep with headphones on, especially ear cleaning sessions.
Oh, God.
So I've gone onto YouTube. Ear cleaning sessions, and there's loads of videos. Ear cleaning role play. So there's one here. This is twin ear cleaning that will make you tingle. Right? This is the Rapunzel ASMR team. Are you saying that? They're saying that, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
This is stereo.
Are you ready for another ear cleaning?
Right, okay, right. So what's happening is... OK, I get this. This is horny. This is scientifically fascinating. Where are you going? They're doing it in stereo.
Yeah.
You've got to put your headphones on. If you're listening at home and you've got headphones near you, put them on because they're going to be doing it. They're cleaning our ears. That's the thing.
No.
That's what it is. They're cleaning our ears. Here we go.
No, they're going to clean their own.
No. They're cleaning our ears because those are the microphones. So it's in different ears. Close your eyes. Don't watch it. Close your eyes. They're putting on rubber gloves.
There's a little hearing test.
Oh.
I'm going to start by having you listen to a variety of sounds to check how good your hearing is, okay?
works for me. I was getting the tingles there.
Did it clean your ears, though?
Huh? No, it's not meant to clean your ears.
Oh.
The sound is of cleaning your ears. That's the sound. It doesn't actually clean your ears.
Oh.
We can listen to more if you'd like.
Yeah, I think maybe I need a little bit more.
OK, listen a bit more. So that's the sound of them cleaning your ears. It's working for me. I was getting the tingles there. Rupert Murdoch and Rebecca Brooks going, hang on, we just gave this guy another 2 years?
Thank God she's only got till March.
The wild man of late night radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Right, let's go to some of these calls. Evening, Sandy.
Good evening.
Good evening, Sandy. Thanks for calling. What would you like to...
Oh, no. Well, I've just been laughing my head off, following on to your recent... the bit that I last heard was about curry.
Yes. Oh,
yeah. Then I was put on hold.
Ah, yes.
And the noises that I heard didn't really sound like ear cleaning. They sounded like you'd eaten a lot of curry, to be fair.
Well, some channels were cleared.
Yes, exactly. That's what's getting all the kids hot under the collar at the moment.
Is it the curry or your sound effect?
I don't know. So we're just playing the ear cleaning ASMR.
That's the Rapunzel twins.
That's what comes up. The Rapunzel twins. Great work there from those guys. So childish. So childish.
It's brilliant. I never really heard of talk radio until I heard of you.
Oh.
And I just tuned in this evening.
Oh, is this the first time? Is this the first time you've listened? Oh, Sandy, I'm so sorry.
This is the first time, and I just heard curry sounds.
Yeah, and the last.
And discussions about donkeys and all kinds of things.
Well,
it's
pretty standard, to be honest.
It really is. This is as good as it gets, I'm afraid.
It's the best thing I've ever heard, honestly.
Thank you
I just
very
wanted to have a big fat cry before I went to bed, and I thought I would just ring you guys in and say I'm going to listen again.
Good. I hope you do, because we are big fans of silliness and nonsense and utter guff, we're glad you found us, Sandy, and hopefully you'll stick with it. We're every Monday to Friday, 10 o'clock till 1 o'clock.
10 o'clock till 1 o'clock is kind of like my witching hour, and I'm definitely going to tune in.
Nice one.
I like what you guys do. I like the stupidness, and I like the funniness. I'm so sick of, all the depression and all those, random political conversations. You guys are a breath of fresh air.
Would you normally be listening to radio at this time of night, or is the whole concept of switching on the radio late at night new to you?
The whole concept of switching on the radio late at night is a new concept to me.
Oh, wow. Brilliant. So what would you normally be doing then? Would you be watching the telly or reading a book or wandering around in silence? I'm a bit random in what I do, because it depends on where my mood is at and what I can actually concentrate on. Yeah.
But I've decided tonight that instead of watching YouTube while I'm lying in bed, I might as well... I followed you. Let's get this out the way, because you were on a celeb and you were absolutely amazing.
Bless you. Thank you very much.
let me follow this guy. And you came up and it said the call line is free.
Yeah.
So I tuned in to see what you were talking about. And it's actually given me...
Literally all she's heard of the show is that. I'm actually quite embarrassed, but also quite proud at the same time. So
I'm not. I think from the outset we should be honest with each other, and this is what it is.
This is literally as good as it gets, I'm afraid, Sandy. Well, listen, I'm glad you tuned in, and I hope you do, drop in from time to time and listen to this silliness that we do every night.
I will absolutely do that. I think the world needs more silly.
Oh, yes.
Doesn't it? Oh, doesn't it just? And I completely agree with you. And I'm glad you said that, because that's kind of... If there is any plan behind this show, Sandy, that's it. Me and Catherine are both big radio geeks, and we love listening to radio, and so much of it is Brexit, or is Trump, or is immigrants, or is Muslims, or, there's a lot of anger and a lot of hatred and a lot of, political arguments that just go round and round in circles and get nobody anywhere. And there is... What you just said is exactly sums it up. There is not enough silliness in this world.
Have a little thought from me. I'm a South African living in England on an Irish passport, an Irish EU passport.
Wow. So, hang on, I'm confused. That means you're screwed, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, You could even put in a stronger word there if you'd like to.
Yes, that's not lekker in the slightest.
Hey,
there we
that's
go.
Not lekker. I'm liking you more and more.
Oh, well, Sandy, listen, I'm so glad you tuned in, and I'm really pleased you phoned up as well. It's nice to know we've got new people tuning in all the time. So I hope you'll listen again, and we'll speak again soon.
Good. Well, take care. I'll be listening to the rest of your show. And no more farting sounds.
No
please.
more farting sounds. Well, I'll tell Kath to hold it in. Thank you, Sandy. Take care.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Well, there you go. That is that's. I'm embarrassed, but proud. Literally, that's all she's heard is the talk of curry and then that ASMR. For me, it's like I always wondered what it'd be like if someone had never heard the Beatles before, and the first song they heard was "I Am the Walrus," and they come in and go, "I've just had this brilliant band. You've probably heard of them before. What was it? They're called the Beatles. Oh yeah, I've heard of the Beatles. I've just heard this one song. It was about an Eggman, and it was all weird and like dreamy, and it was about a wall. Oh yeah, I'm the Walrus. Yeah. That's the only song you've heard. Yeah. Are they all like that? Oh mate, you're in for a treat. And that is what Sandy has done. She's just heard "I Am the Walrus" by the Beatles and nothing more. And we don't know if she's going to enjoy the rest of the back catalogue.
You're comparing.
Yep.
Those fart noises.
Yep.
To "I'm a Walrus."
To what?
I am the walrus.
I am a walrus is what you said. That's what you said, mate.
To "I am a walrus."
You said "I am a walrus." That's what you said.
I'm the Eggman.
Cuckoo-cuckoo. Let's go to Paula. Good evening, Paula.
Hello.
Hello, Paula.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Paula.
Happy New Year to you.
Hello, Paula caller.
Hello.
Hello, Paula.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Hear me?
I can hear you loud and indeed clear. How are you, my darling?
Brilliant. Happy New Year to you.
Thank you, and a happy New Year
to Catherine.
Happy New Year, Paula.
Happy New Year.
Here's what I say to Catherine.
Did you both have a nice Christmas?
I say crappy New Year, Catherine. Crappy New Year.
Oh.
I like to keep her on her toes.
I just want to say, are either of you fans of Star Trek Deep Space Nine?
Nope.
That's a strange one. I've got a soft spot for Star Trek, and I did enjoy the original TV series. I do enjoy the movies. I have never seen Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Is it? What is different? What is it about that's different from all the others?
Captain Benjamin Sisko
yes.
is the
main
man in the show, and he's brilliant.
Right.
But the characters are just awesome.
Yeah.
They really are.
Is there a sexy Vulcan?
They're brilliant.
Yeah. Okay.
They've got so many different sort of characters and stuff.
Yes. Yeah, they do. Yeah.
But you've got to watch it.
All right. Well, do you know what? I'm going to watch them all tomorrow.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, I'm going to watch them tomorrow.
Oh, that's good.
Have you seen the new Star Trek? There's a new series, isn't there?
No. I've seen the other one. other Star Treks, but Deep Space Nine is my favourite.
All right, Paula. Well, thank you for that recommendation.
Yeah.
Thanks for... Yep.
And I just want to wish you both all the best.
Thank you very much indeed.
And thank you for supporting mental health, Ian.
Well, that's we all need to support that, you know. But thanks for calling, Paula. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Cheers. Bye.
Goodbye. Take care.
Ta-ta. Sexiest Vulcan.
I think Spock had his moments.
No, I tell you, he did definitely. But I tell you, the horniest Vulcan was I can't remember her name. The lady that was in Cheers.
Oh, Kirstie Alley.
You type in Kirstie Alley Vulcan.
I think I remember. She had a perm, didn't she?
No, she was bald.
Oh.
Wasn't she? Was Kirstie Alley bald as a Vulcan?
I'm thinking of the wrong Vulcan.
I think she was a bald Vulcan. A bald Vulcan.
No.
Let's have a look.
She looks pretty hairy there.
Who's the Vulcan I'm thinking of then? I'm thinking of a bald Vulcan. Type in bald Vulcan.
Oh, God. Bald.
Hang on a second.
Female.
Line 4, are you calling in to tell us about a bald Vulcan? A Vulcan?
Hey, what's going on?
You're on the air. Have you just called in to tell us who the bald Vulcan was?
Hey, what are we on about?
Right. You're live on Talk Radio. What have you called in about? Is it a bald Vulcan?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Hello, caller. They seem to have disappeared. Let's take a quick break.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking.
We are here Monday to Friday, 10 o'clock till 1 o'clock. Sometimes we go on a bit later. John's just tweeted me. Oh, so a little radio host is saying he's not had a drink for 13 years. But of attention-seeking to me. Also, what a boring twerp. Well, I was asked the question, John, about drinking. That's why it's not attention-seeking. And it just shows what a tiny micro-penis you have if you think that people who don't drink are boring. So may I suggest to you, sir, put down your can of Stella, go to bed, tuck your tiny penis into your pants, go to bed, and get ready for a busy meeting tomorrow. For goodness sakes. I mean, people that listen to this show on a regular basis who dislike this show, for dearie me.
Ian is nit and attention seeker.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's go to Steve. Good evening, Steve.
Good evening, Ian.
Steve, what you got for us?
Well, I've just been listening to farting in my ears for 10 minutes, and I just thought I'd ring up and talk about it.
You should tell your wife to cut down on those Brussels sprouts.
She does like a Brussels sprout.
I love a Brussels sprout.
yes.
Why the hell do Brussels sprouts get so dissed by people? I love a Brussels sprout.
You just got to tart them up a bit, stick some bacon on.
No,
Beautiful.
no, you don't. You just I like a roasted Brussels sprout, but also just boiled Brussels sprouts.
A steamed Brussels.
Oh, mate, honestly, they are such wonderful, wonderful vegetables. I love them. Anyway, go on. What do you want to say about farting?
Just how incredible it is to listen to it for 10 minutes on probably the best radio show on at this time of night, on this radio station.
Yeah, I do think that, you know, my bosses, having signed me up for another 2 years, must be going, how legally binding is that contract? What can we... well, you know, that's what we aims to play. It wasn't us, Steve, it was the ASMR girls.
Rapunzel
they were doing
twins.
it. The Rapunzel twins. Mucky.
The lawyers will get talk radio out of whatever they need to. They get paid enough.
I'm sure they will. Well, Steve, I'm glad you enjoyed it. You wait till you see what noises we've got lined up for tomorrow's show.
I'm excited for it. I have called in once before. This is only my second call. I don't know if you remember, I once called you up about a little rap that you once did on Rise.
Who was I rapping up against? I always forget.
It was about football. It was with the other guy.
Oh, Dougie. Oh, no, that was. I wrote that. That was my football chant. I wrote that. But no, I did a rap with. I think it was Coolio. I don't want to sound racist, but it was either Coolio or Shaggy. It might have been Shaggy or Coolio. I did a rap.
Shaggy's not really a rapper. He's more of a reggae man.
No, shut up.
Yeah.
Shaggy's a rapper.
He's not a rapper.
He's a stoner, and he makes porno films.
It wasn't him.
Good lad.
That was Coolio. Steve, thank you for that, mate.
You're welcome.
Cheers, my dears. Ta-ta. Let's go to Paul. Good evening, Paul.
Hello.
Hey, man, what you got for us?
It was Snoop Dogg, wasn't it?
Snoop Dogg. That was it. And it was Snoop Dogg.
And he makes porno.
Snoop Dogg makes porno, so I am racist.
Well, you said that.
Yeah, hang on, Kath, what are you laughing for?
I can't believe you could. I mean,
What?
you confuse Shaggy with the Snoop Dogg.
Well, they both begin with S, and they're both pop rappers. Snoop Dogg makes porno and is a stoner. Coolio is Shaggy has never made a porno and has never smoked that herb. So I'm happy.
He just sings like he does.
Mate,
he does.
Stop here. So I'm just happy to clear that up, Paul. I'm happy to get some clarity there. Thank you for that.
Glad I could help. It's Sandy was saying it's the first time she's listened, and she's going to be amazed to find out that you've been accused of doing lowbrow stuff before.
I know. Can you believe
Unbelievable.
that? Some people think I'm lowbrow. What the hell is that all about?
It's pure insanity. It's PC gone mad.
We're going to hell in a handcuff.
You've been to Montreal, haven't you?
Yes, I have. Yes.
Yes, and you made Furious Love with Angelina Jolie.
I was in a movie. I filmed a movie in Montreal with Angelina Jolie. Absolutely correct. Yes.
So, Cass said, it was a while ago now, that she got you into chips and gravy when you went to Manchester.
Yes.
You must have had the Canadian national dish, poutine, when you were in Montreal.
I didn't have any poutine. No, I was.
Wouldn't you have been a vegetarian then?
Yeah, I was a vegetarian.
It doesn't come with meat. There's no meat in it.
What is
gravy's made out of meat, isn't it?
What's poutine?
Is it?
Yes.
Poutine is chips, gravy, and cheese curds.
Oh no, I didn't have it, but I've seen it. It looks disgusting, man.
It does look disgusting, but it's beautiful.
What was the thing that was doing the rounds on Twitter recently? It looks like garbage, but it was like a country's national dish. I'm really enjoying Twitter moments at the moment. But it's gone, so I can't say it. I cannot give you any more details on that.
Oh, I remember
breaking
that.
news story.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, can't give it. But no, I missed poutine. I missed it. I'm afraid, Paul. And next time I'm in Canada, I'd love to go back to Canada. It was great. When I got there, it was really cold. I think it was March. It was really cold, but there was no snow on the ground. And the second day I woke up, and there was like literally 3 foot of snow. 3 foot of snow overnight. Sorry.
Yeah, right now it's as I'm sitting in my car, it's minus 15, but it's at least 10 degrees colder than that with the wind chill.
I got ripped off trying to buy weed in Canada.
That'll happen. That's legal now this year.
Is it legal over there now?
Yeah, from this year.
Isn't it? It's a funny old world, isn't it? It's a funny old world that it could be illegal one day, illegal the next, and also that it's illegal here and will be legal there. It's a strange old thing. I don't have strong feelings either way on the subject, but there you go. Was there anything else?
Weirder is it's just in some states in the US it's legal, but federally it's not. So you could still get done for it, even though it's legal in a state. That's weird.
Well, America is a strange old country. I wonder if this book about Donald Trump is going to be any good. Because I hovered over buying it today on Amazon.
I thought about it.
Well, you buy it and then we'll share it. And I'll let you borrow my Partridge Family book that's costing me £50.
What?
Yeah. Because
I'm gonna go in. I'm freezing.
Oh, all right. Sorry, mate. I do apologise. Because I do wonder if all the best bits have been leaked out already.
Well, and I heard like some guy who reckons he knows Donald Trump saying, "Oh, it's all garbage. It's untrue." But then he would say that, wouldn't he?
Of course he would.
Right up Donald Trump's.
He's right up his Duncan. Hello, Duncan.
Hello, Ian. Hi. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks, mate. What you got for us?
Well, I was just sitting here drinking some post-Christmas port, which I know is something you don't indulge in these days.
PCP,
but
yes.
I'm loving it.
Good for you. Well done.
I've just been pouring some liquid silicone over someone's head.
What?
And
hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Are you trying to dispose of a body or something? What's going on there?
Well, not really. Well, what I do for a living, well, not much of a living. I'm a starving artist, really. But I make replica puppets from the Thunderbird shows from the 60s.
Oh. This is
incredible.
incredible.
I sort of branched out from that. It happened by accident that I was contacted by a TV show and they wanted me to make a puppet in the likeness of one of their presenters.
Yeah.
And I don't sculpt, or I hadn't up until that point sculpted anything. I just merely took cast moulds from original puppets.
Yes.
But I thought, well, hold on, I'll have a go. So I had a go, and they quite liked it, and they put it on the show, and that was great.
Who did you make?
That was Adrian Chiles for Daybreak.
There you go, flipping it, Daybreak. Yeah, there you go. Blimey, you made an Adrian Chiles. So what are you making now then, Duncan?
Well, it's kind of gone on from there because I've made other celebrities. Chris Evans from
the Chris Evans show.
Some TV show he's on. I'm not sure what it was, but he had a charity thing. And long story, but I ended up making a puppet in the guise of Parker, but with Chris Evans' head.
Oh, fantastic!
Anyway, so it's gone on from there, and then people, like private individuals who are fans of the shows, have contacted me and said, well, could you do a puppet to look like me? And that's what I'm doing tonight.
Good for you.
What I have done.
Yes.
I've sculpted the head, and I've poured liquid silicone over it to make the mould, and that'll be ready tomorrow to take a cast from.
Roughly what we're talking about for a customised puppet?
Well, it's not cheap. It takes a long time.
Yeah, no, I bet it does. It's a skill. It's a skill of cooking. And people, here's the thing: people always think, oh, these things must be free. No. If someone's got a skill, a specialised, almost unique skill, then you charge whatever you want.
Well, not really. I mean, there is a limit, of course, and people have got to be fans of the show. And like me, most of the original fans of the '60s shows are getting on these days. I mean, actually, I'm so broke, I'm having to sell my house and move to somewhere cheaper. But I don't care because I love what I'm doing.
Oh, good for you.
I've only recently done this. In about the last 5 years, I was a sales rep for 30 years.
Yeah.
I taught myself how to make these puppets, and I had to give up my proper job because of, well, something that you might relate to, stress and illness, etc.
Yeah.
Mental illness that was brought about by the work.
Yeah.
And after a few years on the dole, I thought, well, what the hell can I do for a living? So I basically, over a period of time, developed what had been my hobby into a business.
I'm looking at, someone has very kindly sent me a picture of your Adrian Chiles Thunderbird puppet.
Really?
Yeah.
Quick.
James has just sent it to me. That's flipping brilliant, man.
It's beautiful.
You've got a gift, brother, and I'm sure there's a lot of hard work goes into it, but that's a gift. That's fantastic.
Well, thank you. That's very kind of you to say so. I mean, that was the first one I'd ever done, and I didn't even know I could do it. I just tried, and it kind of came together, and it sort of worked. So that was the start of it. Most of what I do is just replicating other people's work. So, like original Thunderbirds, and I'm the only person, I believe, in the world who's licensed by the copyright holders for the show, which is I ventures to make replicas of the original.
Yeah.
That's not really what I phoned up about.
I'm glad you told us about that. What did you phone up about, Duncan?
Well, I watched you on Celebrity, and I loved it. I don't watch very much TV, which might sound surprising considering what I do.
Yes.
But I've watched less and less TV over the years. But my eldest daughter and I, as a Christmas thing for years now, have watched Celebrity and loved it. And as she grew up and moved away, we text each other about it.
Oh,
and
good.
So I saw you on that. And I already knew about you through a pal of yours, Barry from Watford, who I follow on Twitter.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is he still alive?
Well, this guy's he's a legend, isn't he?
Yeah. Let's not inflate his ego too much. He's an annoying old duffer that keeps phoning me up.
And then you were dealing with things that had a resonance with me, and then the thing with Derek Griffiths came up, which has a resonance with me.
Yeah.
I've got. And you intimated that the person who was being accused of fraud actually might have special needs or be autistic.
That's what we were told by a reliable source, and then other people have said actually that is incorrect information. So I just don't know what to believe on that anymore. It's a mess.
All I know is that I've got a very good friend, a really good friend who suffers from bipolar disorder.
Yeah.
And I know that he is one of the kindest, most intelligent, most generous people you could possibly meet. But when he has manic episodes, he does things which are completely out of character.
Yeah.
And he's not responsible for those actions. And so I have a sympathy for anybody who does things that are due to something that's completely out of their control.
Yeah. Duncan, listen.
I was interested to know, actually, you said you had an email correspondence with this guy, the Derek Griffiths guy.
Yeah.
I was interested to know what you felt his motivation was, whether he was genuinely seeking to raise money for autism, or whether it was something more sinister.
Listen, Duncan, I've got my own thoughts on that, but this is now a legal thing, so we kind of have to step away from that. And I'm only coming to the end because we're at the end of the show. Call in again, man, and I saw you've been waiting for a while. We'll get to you quicker next time, I promise. Those puppets look amazing. Pete W, sorry, we haven't got time. This is a new thing where and this is my fault, where we're having to turn people away at the end of the show, and that's my fault for leaving people hanging and playing a load of fart noises. Thank you, Catherine.
Hey, that's fine.
Thank you, Sam. Dear listener, don't forget, you can go and download the podcast, of course. We will be back tonight at 10 o'clock on DAB, online and using the app. I'll be on GMTV tomorrow, 6:50 and 7:50, thence about. 3 hours sleep coming up. Till then, ta-ta!